Sorry, hello. Sorry, I was just listening to this. Right, what are we up to? Yeah, so this is going to be a stream about me learning how to use OBS and GIMP. You know, the program. But I've not done the GIMP yet, so we'll get it over with. After that. I'll probably leave it. Because I would listen to music, I'll probably leave that. What's that?
These palm trees, they sway, but each night and each day I'm California dreaming about you. Oh yeah, got this world-class view, but it's you that I think about every time when my mind's on it. And it's you that I think about every time when I feel alone. And it's you that I call on my FaceTime when I need something real. Oh yeah. Work the night shift till late in the PM. I'm California dreaming. You. California dreaming about 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 you. California dreaming.
Wow, that was quick. What's up, all there? What's up, Warfare? Good to see you, man. Oh yeah, I've got a new camera as well. It's a bit close, but it's like a mobile. I shouldn't use this, but it's like a mobile camera. Yeah, it's precariously placed on the top of my laptop, so be very careful. Yeah, good to see you, man. Join if you can. Link is in the description on the side. Oh yeah, link is in the description on the side chat. Yeah, but until that, or comment in the side chat. All that fun. Right, so we'll dive right into it. I'm going to be, until someone joins, just so, yeah, I'm going to play the music in the background, which is probably going to get me copyright strike, just while I sort it. Right, so we'll start OBS. Actually, I should shut it off. I'm not sure that we can hear me or start OBS. She's electric and I'll be electric too. Right, so you're gonna gonna literally see. So you're gonna literally see everything I see because it's gonna be too much work and too much hassle to share screen and then do a window. I might as well just show my entire screen. Right, so that's the music I'm listening to. The OS is She's Electric. Yeah, so we'll carry on. Actually, if I turn that down a little bit, just kind of background. Obviously, together, we don't get on with one another. Seeing another, and I think that she likes me. But she's got both of us. So this is, she's got one of those. All the music might get distracted. So this is OBS. Literally just downloaded and installed it yesterday. Oh yeah, that means it's annoying. Just pause that. Yeah, just multitasking. Yeah, that's so much good. So back to StreamYard. That is right. Yeah, so OBS. This is OBS. I've literally just downloaded it and installed it yesterday. And I've not got a clue what I'm doing with it. I don't know where it was. So, hide that. It's the screen. Yeah, so I've set up the video capture. Oh, I hope this will turn the camera on. Oh, yeah, it's okay. So I've added my camera, this camera here, to the sources in OBS. I've got a window capture as well, which is just, whatever it is. I know OBS is a good program, but I'm yet to figure out what's the point of it. You know what I mean? You can record anything you're doing and that. And I know MathBig showed me a while ago how you can use it in StreamYard. If you've got it running in the background to do loads of cool stuff like StreamYard and do loads of cool stuff. It's just I can't remember all that, and I don't know how to do it. So as you can see, I've linked to my accounts as well. So this will be good. See collection of docs, because I've turned the chat on. I can put the chat on. So this connects to my YouTube account. But because I've gone through the stream, docs. YouTube online. This is my YouTube channel. I can actually go on the live on. Yeah, so that's the thing. Maybe it's yeah. Another thing I need is a good friend called PJ. Look at what the fuck's going on. Yeah, so yeah, it's just me messing about basically. Just start recording, so yeah, I'm gonna have to get someone who knows how to use this. Just teach me how to use it. Just wait for that. I will have to. This is just me going back to that. So but yeah, this is me now in stream now. Which is why while I have a cigarette, I'll explain. I had a bit of a panic this morning. Get in! Thank you very much. Cheers.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, your audio is very low. I can hardly hear you. You're coming in like really choppy.
Might be.
Yeah, I can't understand what you're saying. It's just like. I think OBS was taking resources, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're back. Yeah, it was OBS.
It was OBS, yeah. Is that better
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Right.
Oh, I have the same
Well,
problem with mine. If I run OBS, sometimes it gets choppy. It takes a lot of resources.
yeah. No, what it was, I've got a new camera, like a portable high definition one. So I've
Okay.
just switched back to the integrated, laptop one.
Okay. Because your microphone
That's
still
it.
sounds kind of tinny and low. I can hear you now, but it's still kind of tinny and
Yeah.
low.
Right. Set it. Right. What I'll do,
Oh, you cut out again. Yeah, I can't hear you. Whatever you did. Nope. Nope. Can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. Maybe try refreshing to close OBS out completely. It could be the camera. There's audio on it. I am the cheese. Nope. Nope. I don't hear anything. You see, got a new camera? Maybe that took over the audio or the mic. Yeah, check the setting on that, maybe. Because you're coming in kind of low, but then it just went out. Nope. I don't hear anything. Try again. I have full controls in here. Cool. Let's see. Nope. Uh-uh. Try maybe restarting your PC. Hit log out, restart, and turn. I don't know. It's weird. It's just you were fine and then just went out. I don't think my audio's messed up. Let me check. Maybe mine. It'd be funny if mine was. But you can hear me. Can you hear me? You hear me? Yeah? Okay, then it must be yours. Yeah, I don't hear you at all. Everything's up on mine. Huh. Because you're low and tinny, and then you went up, and then you went out. You see, you got a new camera. So I wonder if the camera took over the properties or something. I don't know. I have full controls in here, so if you want to log out, come back in. It looks like I still could. This is the account you gave me controls on before. So I can hold down ship until you restart if you want. It's gotta be something. Every time you add a new device, you never know what's gonna knock out. Oh, that was loud. Turn my audio up. Nope. I heard the beep. You know, like you're coming in, but I didn't hear. So my audio's working. I don't read lips. You gotta type on the side. Oh yeah, I do. Wait, you got a keyboard, right? Yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'll be here. I'll wait. Cool. That's coming through. That way. Says device not connected.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not on my computer. I'm on my phone. I just
Oh,
remembered
okay.
that. Yeah, sometimes Android can save your life. Yeah, I just went to restart my PC, but it's got Windows updates to do. It's saying you're 30% there. So I thought, with it being a while, I best log in on the phone. Do you know what I mean?
Right on.
Yeah.
Usually Windows is pretty quick with updates, but it can take a while sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. It has been a while though since I last switched it off because I've got it running all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too long. Yeah, so what I was basically doing, I had my PC on, I had OBS running in the background, and I'd just put a new camera on it. So I didn't know which was going wrong with the audio, whether it was the camera what was messing it up or the OBS. But
Yeah.
I'd turn the OBS off, I'd unplug the camera, and there was still no audio.
Really? That's weird.
So hopefully we'll be up and running soon.
Yeah. Hopefully the restart will take care of it.
Yeah.
I know OBS was my system down. I have to get a. I'm getting a video card in about a week or so, just like a handle things better on this.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does, like you say, it does take up a lot of resources. It's
It
like,
does
you know,
definitely.
when you get like Task Manager, Windows Task Manager, when it shows you what's using up all of your things. Yeah, OBS is like right at the top, like 98% something.
Oh man, it definitely does. Like if I'm running, like if I'm in a Hangout and I have one program running, and I run OBS, I guarantee that I will get clicks and pops, and nobody can hear me on the Hangout. That's why I was thinking OBS might be doing it. And you might need a more
Yeah,
powerful PC because I know I have an i5 onboard video, and it barely handles
yeah.
it with other things running. It handles fine by itself.
I've got a very cheap laptop, so yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Might have to
it
probably
probably is OBS. Yeah. Although, like I said, I played Rocket League the other day, and the graphics were quite good,
oh,
and
sweet. Okay.
it was running fine. And games generally are more resource in tech.
It's
What's the word? They take up more resources generally than applications. You know what I mean?
yeah, I would say games definitely do, but a lot of games are like
Yeah.
not. I mean, I guess they're simplified now. You know, when they're making
Yeah.
games, they had to do like when they're making detailed games, they were actually doing a lot of detailed work and until well not until but you like the Real Engine and the open like the open sandbox thing like what Rocket League is made in. It's like it's called the open sandbox. You can give like
Yeah.
their basic
Yeah.
shapes with image wraps around them. So it's really weird because like the Nintendo Switch is a handheld device, but it looks
Yeah.
like it plays really nice games. It's just that they're just polished up pictures on top of flat boxes
Yeah.
and that's what
So
games have
that's
become.
what,
They had to dumb games down so they could work on like tablets and phones and things. So
yeah. Yeah.
and I
So
don't.
the actual game is very basic. It just looks really good, kind
Yes,
of
yeah,
thing.
very basic.
But,
And sometimes the
yeah.
programs like OBS has recording software. It takes possession of your cameras, so it
Yeah.
takes like part of that lane. So that might take more
Yeah.
resources because it's actually drawn from your video sources directly, rather than just
Yeah.
rendering things on the fly. So I don't know how that exactly, but I would imagine OBS might be more of a like immediate video RAM, hog to work properly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. On the update thing, it says you're 98% there, so nearly done.
It's taking a while.
And we've got guests.
Oh, right on.
What's going on? Will Freeman, my man. Although I'm looking for a phone, I did add to
Oh,
stage.
you want me to let him in? Oh, there.
Oh yeah. No, you got yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hello, nutsacks.
Hey, what's up, Will? How you doing, man?
Yo,
How's it-
Will.
Fraction.
Fraction.
All right, frack.
California dreaming. Fraction.
How you been
Good
there,
to see you,
Chief?
man. Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to see you.
Yeah, how you doing? You seem sober.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've got a story to tell about that in a bit, but yeah,
Does it involve rape?
a little bit, only a little bit of rape. Yeah,
If it's only a little.
I'd say about 10%.
Well, then just give me the cliff notes then if it's not going to go into depth into the raping. Did you find romance? Is that what happened to you?
Yeah, it was male rape, obviously. You know.
Oh,
that's
well,
kind of
good.
rape.
That's the way it should be.
Oh, my laptop is just. I might be with you in a sec.
Right on.
But I'm still here. Yeah, so on the sober thing, I was gonna say I've been in touch. Wow, this is a long ass story. Yeah, buckle yourselves in. This might be a bumpy ride. My probation officer phoned me this morning They said the council have been in touch. They're worried about your rent. Can you give them a ring? So I phoned the council up. The council said you haven't paid your rent for the last like 4
Year.
months or something.
Oh,
I
okay.
said, yeah, there's a reason for that. Yeah, I was in prison, but my benefits were supposed to pay my rent while I was away as well. So they're threatening to evict me, like within the next 1 or 2 weeks. Can't sign into OneDrive. I don't
Dirty
care.
fucking council.
Yikes.
Yeah. So I had to phone the government, like universal credit, we call it. You know, the kind of benefit I'm on.
No, forget that, man. You drive up there to the council, you walk in the front door and go, listen up, twat waffles. You had me, I got fucking locked up. Now you guys are trying to put me, you want me to be homeless? You want me to live outside your house? What do you think about that? If I'm homeless, I'm going to find out where you live. I'm going to camp out. I'm going to be up all night on a laptop singing karaoke songs and pissing in your mailbox. Keep it in mind.
And that's not my shit on your sidewalk, on your front door. Not mine.
I like the work, actually.
I never seen that shit before in my life.
I'm going to tell everybody long stories about male rape.
Yeah, so it's kind of also, it's not been sorted yet, but I've done everything I can from my end. But the point leading it back to the sobriety.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't going to pay your rent, your benefits, then the money is still there, right?
It should be, yeah. They should backdate it, hopefully.
Okay, no, wait. This is something that's supposed to happen automatically. Like the benefits place that gives you your money is supposed to get in touch with the council and take care of all that for you.
Yeah, like say, just to make the numbers easy, if I paid like £50 a week rent, but I got like £400 a week in benefits, they would just automatically take the £50, give it automatically to the council, then I pay nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dave. So how could it possibly be behind?
Exactly. That's what I was wondering.
You said there was a good reason for it. You told the council, well, there's a good reason for that, but I've yet to hear how there's a good reason for it.
No, I said there's a good reason why it hasn't been paid for the last 3 months, because they didn't know I was in prison. The good reason was me being in prison.
What would that change? Hold on. What would that change? You just said that it's supposed to happen automatically.
Yeah. No, it's not in prison, because they close your account. You don't get benefits while you're in prison.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Money off you. Yeah.
Okay. Now, those benefits then are gone while you're in prison. That you don't get, that's just, it's not going into a,
no, you don't.
How many pounds behind are you?
700. And this is not me begging for money. I don't need the money.
No, you're good. I'm just saying. And how much? How much do you have?
I have like maybe 200 at the moment.
And when is the next benefit payment coming?
That is in dispute. That is
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I've actually logged into my benefits account, and it's saying this is weird. It's saying I've not been paid any money since the 23rd of August last year, which is like 6 months ago. I'm sure I have, but it's saying because
have you even been out of prison long enough to have collected any benefits time period?
In that time, I mean, the last time I was out 10 days. The time before that, I was out 6 days. But I think the time before that, I was out for at least a month. So I should have got. Actually, they might be right.
Okay. Well, they're probably, no matter what, they're probably going to get your benefits back started at some point.
It's all been sorted. I've talked to everyone I need to talk to.
Yeah, I'm more interested in you staying sober, man, because that's how all of this got started and how everything slipped away.
Yeah, and getting back to the being sober, I got, so once I sorted all that out, I got in touch with the probation officer again just to keep her updated. And she said, I'm really proud of you for getting all that shit sorted out. Because it took me like half an hour. You know, it was really easy. But yeah, said, I'm really proud of you for, said, now think about it. If you were drunk, you know, would have struggled. And she said, yeah, I'm really proud of you. You've done well. So that brings it back to how sober I am at the moment.
Well, I'm impressed that you've managed to. I mean, I know your first day out you celebrated or whatever, but since then, from what I understand, you've been pretty coherent and about your business, so that's good.
Yeah, like you say, I had one drink the day after I got out just to get it out my system. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I should be able to rejoin on the
What about
laptop
some?
now.
How about some karaoke, man? When are we going to get a musical interlude from you?
Give
Can
me
you go?
some.
Can you go next door to your mom's house and stand outside her door and sing for us?
Oh, one sec. I've just logged into StreamYard. I want to enter studio. Right, I'm gonna have to leave on my phone. I'll rejoin on the laptop.
You're just gonna
I'll be
leave
right
me
back.
and PJ here by ourselves?
Yeah.
Right on.
No funny business. No funny business while I'm.
We're taking chairs.
Only
Get out the bus to buy some.
the folding ones. What? Why are you still here, Wildheart? Get out of your room.
I actually don't know how to leave without leaving the studio on the phone.
He's a hostage. He's like one of those villains in Superman 2 or whatever inside that little pave, that little square. Look at him.
Oh, right. Yeah, the little prison.
Yeah,
Space prison.
spinning through space. So, PJ,
Yeah.
I was thinking of an unofficial label for our little band of bards.
Oh, cool.
What do you think about the unseen, but the scene part being spelled SEENE?
Okay.
Like a scene?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But since no one ever
Sounds cool.
Well, resurrecting Kit. Sorry.
It's a pretty wicked feedback, man.
I thought he was trying to join the little band of bards. I thought he was showing off his Jimi Hendrix skills.
His phone harmonic.
I see he's got a guitar sitting up over there. That's making my dick a little hard. What is that about? David, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh, still no audio. That's probably had earlier.
Then I'll ask him to. No, not yet. Not yet. You don't have a microphone that's picking up.
Do you still have OBS? Is OBS running in the background? Maybe has control of your microphone or anything? No. Huh.
He's gonna have to like talk through his phone. His phone's gonna have to be his mic, but we're gonna have to see him through this. So plug your phone in through your USB to keep it charged.
Yeah, I've rejoined on the phone. I've left the studio. Yeah, that's annoying. But carry on.
No, we can't carry on. I've got to ask you more questions about this guitar you have sitting over there. It looks like it has 6 strings and everything, like a real guitar.
Whoa.
It has 5 strings. The top strings. It should have 6 strings.
That's okay. It's still totally playable with those. Yeah, the right one snapped on it.
You do a D.
Slightly. I don't know if I can get this right. It's kind of cracked as well. Can you see that on the bit on the side?
Yes, I do see that. That's not a huge deal for I take it you're learning to play guitar. Is that right?
Kind of. It's been a while.
So you have some experience playing guitar.
Very, very limited. I think if I can just use the word irenic.
Son of a bitch. Don't you ever fucking I have 4 square against the use.
Irene taught me 3 chords. That's as far as I got.
Nice. Hey, PJ, you want to see what I just bought my dad?
Yeah.
I got him that Donner Thin Line.
No way.
Yeah. It was $150, but it's kind of like, because I basically, as a young man, destroyed his acoustic, being in a quote unquote band. It's just a bunch of drunks. Yeah, we thought we were rock stars. Though. Anyway, so this is the one. Hey, he can't share my screen. Fuck. All right, well, hold on. Could. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
Well, there you go.
This is his old channel. He gave me control of it a while back. Never took it away. Let me see. Where's my mouse at? There it is. Here we go. Add a stage.
I believe
I just received this in the mail, and if you are already
a sleeper rock machine. Well, let's find out. Budget Thin Line
There you go. It's a telly body. It's got the dual humbuckers. It's like
Oh, that's sweet.
$160 right now. Semi-hollow body. I've been watching people test them out.
Mhm.
I'm probably going to take it up to the. I mean, actually, I have the toolkit. I could probably do the setup here,
Right?
but I don't want to fuck it up since it would be my first solo setup.
Oh, like intonation, you mean?
Like that, or filing down the frets or anything like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think I'll just take it up to the music store and let them do a quick, setup. It's like
Mhm.
$75, which is half the price of the guitar if you think about it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Which is good because that's how cheap the motherfucking guitar is. But have you heard that thing?
On that one, no. Wait, maybe. I know I've checked out some Donners.
I love how the that sound hole, that semi.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That sound was cool.
Let me see if I can get to some shred.
Semi-hollow body.
Yeah, he seems to be shredding a little over here. Let's see what's up.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something a little different in this video, and
There's somebody backstage. You got somebody backstage.
Oh, there was. They're gone now.
Oh, okay. All right. Somebody named MC Nemesis.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw somebody back there, but I wouldn't let. I'm not gonna let anybody in.
Yeah, it's probably somebody with their dick out.
Yeah.
Or it could be Jill. That's the other option. It could be Jill.
Yeah.
And he'll just have his dick out.
He just won't show it.
I'm gonna say Jill is in the side chat. Yeah. If I can do it from the phone, I'll let them in. Carry on. No, I think it's the share screen. It's fine. It's just the share screen that's coming up, I think.
No, there's
so Wildheart. This guitar, is 100. Oh,
he dropped. There he is.
He's being resurrected some more. Oh yeah, there he is. Okay, so
yeah. Android. This is why I don't like Android. Sorry.
This guitar actually cost 150 or 160 bucks. Like
that's not bad. That's
not at all.
Not bad. That's fucking insane.
Right,
yeah.
I mean, he took it out of the box. He kind of did a little setup on it, and it's good to go, man.
okay, right off the bat, I can tell that I don't like these strings. Not a big deal because I recommend changing the stock strings immediately on these cheap guitars anyway. The frets also need a bit of buffing because they're a little grindy to the touch, especially when you vibrato. Now, tuned up right out of the box, the action is already comfortable. For my personal taste, I'd probably lower the treble strings just a little bit so it feels a little more balanced with.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that's the one, and
Did you
I
get
get
the
to
same
try
color?
it out. Yeah, it only comes in that color. It's
okay, right on.
Yeah, Donner.
I like this. I like the scrolls. You know, on the.
Oh
on
yeah.
The front. Yeah,
that looks really cool.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know that Tellys typically have single coil pickups, but that has 2 humbuckers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a quieter. I guess that probably helps keep the like the resonance, the feedback and shit down from having that sound hole. I mean, I don't know if that works.
I think the resonance might with the sound hole and the cavity in there, it'll give it more sustain, more resonance. So it should give it more of a classy hollower sound, almost like a Chet Atkins style.
I think Housey's about to pull the trigger on getting a guitar too.
Right on. Yeah, she'll show me a Donner she's looking at, like a Fender style, like a Strat.
Yeah, I think she's somewhere between that one we just looked at and the Fender, the Strat style. She said she wasn't really big on the Telecaster shape, but I mean, you can't beat that deal. You really can, and the sound of that guitar. I don't want him to get a copyright strike, or I'd have left it up. But
no, you're fine. I've got one already, probably. I was playing music. So, yeah, you're fine. Play it. You know me. I don't give a shit.
What kind of guitars do you like, Wildheart? I know you got a acoustic over there.
Yeah, I like them because obviously it's the easiest to like learn, but like looks wise, I like electric guitars.
Sweet.
They're always the best, you know, aesthetics kind of wise. Yeah.
So Donner only sells from Amazon, pretty much. But you guys have access to a guitar company where you are that we don't have access to. I don't know
Oh
if have you ever
yeah.
heard of a Harley Benton?
Yes. Yes.
Have you ever played one?
Well, they got good reviews.
I've not. No. I've
They
not.
have pretty good reviews.
I've just heard of them. I've never played or seen. I don't think seen one either. Well, I've probably seen one, but yeah, never played one. But they are a famous makeover here. It's a famous name.
All right. How about this one, PJ? I like this Swedish guy. Where the fuck he's from? He's probably got like one of those big Thor hammers that calls down lightning. I don't know. His name's Elmo. Okay, so he's got to be tough. He's got to be tough.
Oh yeah.
You can't just live to adulthood with a name like Elmo and be a pussy.
Elbow the Viking.
But on a tight budget, maybe this is something to check out.
La 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 Elmo song.
Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karjalainen. It's good to have you along. You can call me this guy if my name is tricky to pronounce. Today we're taking a look at a Harley Benton dual cut SG style guitar. This is the Harley Benton DC Custom Cherry. It costs 249 euros here in Europe. It has a mahogany body, mahogany neck, fretboards made of Jatoba, and the neck profile is C. Fretboard radius 300.
Gibson inlay going.
Say again?
They got that Gibson style inlay.
Oh yeah, those trapezoids.
Yeah.
Let's get to the shred on it. It's $200. So what do you expect for a $200 guitar? Seriously.
That's a good deal. That's a nice looking guitar.
Remember when we were like young, starting out and trying to get a beginner's guitar, it was always some raggedy shit that you could find for $150, and it was just like cracked up and beat up and shit, or at least
I got $99 special.
Nice
Bullet.
Those are actually popular now. Still, the Bullets. Did you know that? Yeah.
Oh, I grabbed them for like $99 from Freedom Guitar, used place. Got used.
They had a single. It had a single pickup on it.
Oh no, it had the full 3 on there, like a Strat.
The ones now that I see on Sweetwater have like a single, like a P90 on it. It's fucking kind of awesome.
Really?
Meters.
Yeah.
It has 24 medium jumbo frets.
Let me get to the rocking part. Can we hear it? That's boring. Play it.
Let's add a bit of overdrive.
Come on, take your tits out. Let's go.
Just a smidgen.
Right. $200. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty bad. I mean, that's a good fucking deal, I say.
Right? It's
Yeah.
fucking insane. I'll let you know that when the Donner is kind of the same principle as the Harley Benton and all that, so I'll let you know if it's any good. Yeah. I looked at the kits, but that looks like a lot of work, bro.
On what?
The guitar kits, like the Telly kits and the Stratocaster kits and all that.
I'm gonna make one. Yeah, I want to build one. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I have a neck here already. I already have a neck and some tuners. Just gotta get the body and some parts.
I mean, it's cool, but there's no resale value on it because it's not a name brand, right?
Yeah, I'll be better than that.
Well, it'd just be yours. You'd be like, yeah, see that guitar right there? I made that shit. How's it play? Oh, like a dog's dick, but still.
Oh, it's gonna play like I'm gonna get the straight edge. I'm gonna polish up the frets. It's gonna be like fucking. I mean, the Gibson I have here. You should have saw the repairs. This thing was just nothing but out of a dumpster. It was just chunked out. It was a piece of shit. So I pretty much replaced everything on here, except the neck itself. Because the neck was on the body.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry.
It's a lot of fun for me. I like taking shit apart, push it together. So it's almost like can I put it back together straighter and cleaner than before kind of deal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can do so many modifications to it Yeah, you can really personalize those things, right?
Oh, definitely. Like I'm thinking like just quality quality of it. I think just like what can I do with it? What can I get? Kind of shape the neck out a little different, make it a little unique. I'll even cut the body up, you know. To
I'd like to see the uncoated, like the bare wood, and then get it wood burnt. You know, like get the like a
oh yeah,
design wood burnt into it, and then put a clear coat on it.
yeah, dude, that'd be sweet.
That'd be kind of sexy.
When you showed that one with the etching on there, that drew me back to the days when I had my, you know, had the printing shop and the laser engraver because I could cut that out on, you know, plastic or get a piece of metal cut.
You talking about that metal one, that picture I sent you, that
Yeah.
Les Paul? Oh, that shit, that Japanese motherfucker, that was awesome,
dude. Right? Yeah, that's nice.
I've seen it. I've seen it in a video. I've seen someone playing it. It's sweet as shit. Yeah.
Mm.
Did you hear me? Never mind.
What?
I was just gonna say that complete failure on Blue on Black.
Blue on Black. When did you put
I did that. I did the cover of Blue on Black. You didn't hear it? Oh, maybe I didn't send you the link.
Oh.
It was not very good. Yeah, it was just a couple days ago. It was day before yesterday.
Oh, maybe I did. I must have.
Blue on Black sounds very erotic, if I can just say that.
Have you ever heard the song before? It is. It's totally erotic. No, it's not. It's not erotic at all. that was a lie. I lied. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go for it.
I guess
I've got Learning to Fly by Tom Petty halfway, quarter, I guess, you know.
That's a tough one. It's hard to sing for sure. You know?
The hard part, well, I probably have to re-sing it, I think, because I just laid it down really quick. I did the guitar track, and then I want to do another, like I want to do the bass, and then I'm trying to find the right drum sound, or try to make one. Like I did the last ones, I did all the instruments, you know, like kind of like just did all the instruments. Even though I put the audio in there, and I kind of just followed it. You know, I'm learning that way. Oh, there's a bass, boom, boom, boom. I just keep hitting the bass, and I do another track, and there's a, you know. So I'm getting the hang.
Hey, that works. You're going through it, and you're adding them in right where you want them. That works.
I'm doing my separate tracks.
I just hear songs while I'm at work, and I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty easy. And then I'll go find somebody doing a cover of it. I'm like, oh, it's either easy and I can do it, or it's not easy and I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
You know? Then I just go home and do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about, I'm going to do it. I want to do AC/DC's Who Made Who from Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, great song. Yeah.
That'd be
Who
fun.
made who? Who made it? Yeah.
You want to share my screen?
Oh, my bad. I gotta look down. I'm blind. I can only see like in a circle. There it is.
There's nothing really to see. It's just me destroying that song terribly. But
falls and I'm alone. Skin, it chills me to the bone. You turned and you ran. Oh yeah, oh still, right from my hand. Yeah, blue on black, tears on the river, push on the shove, it don't mean much. Joker on Jack, match on a fire, hold on nice, dead man.
see what I mean? It's so crowded. It's got too many vocal layers, and the lead is way too loud.
Did you I'm listening to it and it sounds good, but are the vocals lined up right?
No.
Okay.
No, see, I only give myself a day for each song. Like that's the challenge, is to try to do a song a day.
Oh, right on.
And so I either get it in the time permitted or I don't. I can go back later and work on it. But the point is to make myself learn another song. Like today's was Chris Isaak's Wicked Game.
Oh, right on. Sweet. B minor, A, E?
G.
G. Oh,
Well, no, you're right. No, it is. It's B minor, A, E minor. No, it's E, B minor, A minor,
A minor, right? Yeah.
and then E minor.
E minor. Okay.
Hello. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my no. Cool.
I just remember that when Irenic was playing, I looked it up real quick and I played it. So,
Nice.
Like I've done the songs I was doing. I don't know why I get. I don't know if I get nervous, not nervous, but like hesitant. And then I'll do it like that one with the. Maybe that one that I did. That one.
Do-
Fucking, that
Do
I
the
did
last
with
one that
chords.
you did. Do the full length one that you just put that up.
Which,
The
was
one that
the-
you just,
Oh,
not the
Susanna?
Beastie Boy one. Was it?
Oh, the-
Yeah, because it wasn't When the Saints Come Marching In. It was Oh Susanna. That's the one.
That was the last one. Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
that one
do
right there.
do Oh
Slide that
Susanna.
one. I go
Put
to
it
my
up there.
other
Let's
channel.
watch it.
Where's that? Here's.
I have to cover myself in pudding before I listen to it. I don't know why.
What? I sound corny on it. I was like,
No, it's cool what you're doing with the vocals in the back. I mean, would you take all the mids out, or what did you?
oh, dude. I've been watching and studying and learning a lot on fucking all the mastering stuff. I've done like a 2 hour, like way more than 2 hour courses on each one for limiting, compression, saturation, how they work, what they do, room vibration, spring reverbs, all that stuff. So I've been getting kind of cool at like beefing up each individual piece and then putting it together and then leveling it out and then beefing it up again, then leveling it out, the beefing, you know what I mean? Like kind of like fine tuning it over, like bring it in, hearing it, bring it in, listening. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been coming along. It definitely is a sight away from where you started for sure.
Oh yeah. I just started goofing around on it. I was like, I had no idea.
Are you-
drums, make little beats.
Are
And
you
stuff.
doing all the instruments now? You're doing what? Keyboard, bass, guitar,
On the
and then
last
you're
two, yeah.
constructing. And then you're using software to do the drum beat, right?
Yes, I do the software. I have like this well, it's like an automatic drum thing that you can find a beat, you could change it, you could add this. So I could add what I want, where I want, and then I can mess with it, tweak it around a little bit, and then I can like adjust the mic levels on each piece too. It's like a little drum kit called Airstrike.
We're gonna have to get Wildheart set up with
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Reaper or something.
Wow, no, I'm sticking away from all audio now. I'm still having trouble on my laptop. I've tried it on Firefox. I've tried it on Microsoft Edge. I can't. Anytime I try to join StreamYard, it's just not picking up my mic at all. The cameras, the external cameras now not plugged in. I'm not using OBS, and I seem to have fucked up everything.
Yep.
I mean, we hear you and see you just fine as long as your phone is charged. And we'll have to figure out what's going on with your input for your mic.
Yeah.
So we can talk to you while you figure it out. Have you tested your mic in any other place to make sure that it's not the mic itself?
Yeah, I've just tried it like on an online site, connected to StreamYard. It said if your mic is not working, try it online here. I've just done that and it's just dead, it appears.
Well, I think that's probably the issue. The mic has kicked it.
Yeah, it's since I started OBS or since I installed, the external camera. I think what must have happened is the microphone from the external camera in one of the settings somewhere, that's taken over the default microphone, the default audio device. But I can't find the settings to fix it. It's annoying.
Type in sound on the search bar, then you see sound says, hit sound says, then you see your default devices for inputs and outputs there. Oh, here's a video. Want to hear it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay.
Here you go. Raise it up.
Louisiana,
Also, yeah, PJ, what is what is this program where it's showing the tablature for each chord that's popping up? What is this?
That's not a program. I spent 7 hours
You do
putting
that.
in each individual fucking picture on a time frame. Yeah.
Are you
Yeah, you were
making
saying
the
all of that,
learners?
Huh?
Are you making like a learner's program or something to help like people know where the chords are and how to play them?
I kind of want to do that. If I had a program that could do that, would be great. Because I had to do like the clip. I had to like make that whole image there, and then during the process of making it, I had to stop, search for the chord change, put the chord in there, and then do the other one smaller. It was such a pain in the ass.
Just
It
keep
was
all the
crazy.
chord cards. Just
Oh, I
keep
do.
all the
Yeah,
chord. Okay, yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely got
that's
them all
pretty
saved.
cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a good idea, right? In a weird way, because
Oh yeah.
like because there's Wild Heart. There's your lesson right there, man. Take that. That one.
I'm so serious because like Halsey's wanting to learn too, and you've already got the tablature up for these chords. So I think if you already are doing that anyway, every song that you do, you ought to slap the chord cards in there. At least through the yeah.
Oh, I have to find a program that make it easier to do it. Because right now I'm using
yeah.
I want to do it, but I have to get a video editing software. I have to get video editing software because that I use Clipchamp to make that video, and unfortunately, like if you don't own Clipchamp or pay the monthly fees, you can't save. Like during your process, you can't save your finished product. You can only make and then like create a video file. That's it. So I got frustrated. Like I was 2 hours into it and it froze on me, and I was like, shit. And then it actually took almost 6.5 hours to do it, and I don't know how it managed not to freeze. So when I get like better video software, I'm definitely going to do it. If I really want to, I think it'd be cool, especially like just for people to learn it too. Or just and only that, like I was thinking, nobody really knows the whole song for "Oh Susanna." They just know the little pieces of it, and it's part of Americana. And I know some other songs too, like when I first started learning guitar. Like just simple little songs like "Waltzing Matilda" and "Oh Danny Boy" and things like that.
So I got into "Stand by Me" by Ben E. King yesterday. I was just sitting in Ace's room, just strumming the guitar and playing with some finger picking, and
nice.
I found it. And so I left Ace's room and went and recorded. I didn't record any vocals. I just recorded the guitar part, and then I recorded 2 originals that I have words for one. I don't have any words for the other, but they're already written.
I have one that I'm working on. Maybe you can help me with.
I'll do my best.
Sweet. It's something that I've been working on for a while. I just have the lyrics to it. Actually, I know I have some of the chords. I think I played it for you before. It's been like a thing in progress. It's the one that goes. Let me see if my guitar coming through on this thing. Hear that?
Yeah.
I don't feel like going out today. No, not today. The sun looks mad today. Stay inside and play. And then there's other parts of the but the chorus is pretty much like a let's go out. Let's go out and play.
Okay, so slow down and let's start with what's the first chord that you're playing there?
A.
Just a full A.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
So it's A goes A to G to D back to A. So A G D A. Yeah.
There goes my pick flying.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. So it's a minor, isn't it? I'm playing it in a minor.
I got a full record. A. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Send me the lyrics, man. What's the chorus song?
Well, it's a song about not liking the day and liking the night. So it goes. I don't feel like going out today. Stay inside and play. The sun looks mad today. I'm thinking of the next line there. I don't know what to say, like no way or something like that. and then it's going to be the chorus will be in D. So the chorus is going to be let me see, I'm a little lost in it.
Okay, so when you switch out of the main into the chorus, you're in D. So
when you go back to A, when you're back on A, go back into D for the chorus. I think. Let me play it real quick. I only played it. I never wrote it down. I only played it like out in my head. I never really wrote anything down on it. So it goes. Let's see. I'll just do it. Let me see. I don't feel like going out today. No, not today. The sun looks mad today. Stay inside and play. So the chorus goes to D. It goes, let's go out and play. No, let's go out. Okay, D to G to A. So it's let's go out and play again with under the stars today.
Got it.
And then it goes to G. It goes, it's alright. And it go to F, I think. I got a bike. And then to E7, we'll ride all night. And then there's another chorus that says...
the fuck is E7? What the hell did you just say?
Do a full E, and then take your ring finger up. And just leave your...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. I like it. That'll work.
Sweet. And I also have some other lyrics to it too. So it's going to be like, let's go out and play with Mr. Moon today. And then it'll say, instead of saying it's all right, I got a bike we ride all night, it'll say something like, I had another good one if I can remember it.
You talking about lyrics?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me try it real quick.
Almost like when I was doing it, I was kind of, I'm into like Blind Melon and that type of sound to it.
Is that too fast?
That's cool.
Okay, I'll have to play with a little bit. If you can send me the lyrics that you have, and just kind of a jotted down chord progression, just say, I mean, I've got the basic, but or you can just record a track of yourself playing it, so I can hear the changes, and yeah, I'll definitely come in and do a little work with it.
Sweet. I'll send you a recording and everything.
I like it.
It's been in my head for a while, and
I like it a lot.
I don't know. I think it might be all right.
Very cool. Loudheart, what you singing for us, Bubba?
Yeah, just I didn't want to interrupt, but just to bring you up to date on the thing, I've uninstalled OBS. I've unplugged the camera. I plugged the camera back in. There is no fucking way I can get the audio back on this. I'm kind of panicking at this point because
I don't think panicking is gonna.
But didn't you mention, Will, there might be a way of getting the camera on my laptop? Because what's bothering me is that, given that it's a mobile phone, you know, YouTube aren't going to get my features, you know, fully. They're not going to appreciate just how good looking I am. Do you know what I mean?
It's important. I mean, it's really important.
Yeah.
And I think if we ignored the necessity of having you on camera in the best possible resolution, it would be, we'd be like ourselves.
It'd be a disservice to YouTube and, may I say, the world. You know, if I wasn't in high definition in audio and video. You know what I mean?
Well, since you're having all these difficulties, we'll cover for you with another song. And this one would make Halsey mad if she knew that I was sharing it. But I'm going to do it anyway because no one watches your channel.
Oh, so, no, you're fine. There's no viewers now. No, go for it. Yeah, it's fine.
There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands and forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence, baby. Let me go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me. There ain't no room for things to change when we are both so deeply stuck in our ways. You can't deny how I've tried. I changed who I was to put you both first, but now I give up. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, I didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me. I had good intentions and the highest hopes, but I know right now it probably doesn't even show. Go easy on me, baby. Well, I was still a child, I didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Man, you guys are gonna have to go on tour.
Just don't tell her that you heard that.
That was fucking amazing. Yeah, that was
still working on
brilliant.
it, or?
Yeah, she's still working on it. She doesn't want it. She didn't want it out there until she's perfected it or whatever.
Yeah, I can hear a lot of effects on that. It's really nice, really clean.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was very good.
I wonder what
like
what,
professionally good. Yeah.
I wonder what software or what like the plugins I use. I use the old style stuff. I have like the 1775 Fairchild. I have the Manly VU compressors. So I like the old dial stuff, you know. I like the old school stuff where you put the ratios of your gates in all this. For me, it's kind of fun. 'Cause I used to well, my brother used to enter car audio competitions, and I'm talking like full passive EQs with the a straight EQ into passives into the amps itself with total harmonic distortion. So I find it really cool. This is almost like continuing that with more detail in it, which I think is fun. So I wonder what kind of plugins are used on that. Like what compressor, what style of enhancements are being used. It sounds really good. I could hear that the drums need some, or I guess the instruments need to be brought out because the voices sound spot on. Yeah.
Well, I think that's a like a carry or an instrumental track. I think that was all karaoke, and I added some other like guitar work with it. But have you heard her and Serb on Jolene?
Yes, that's Violet. Yeah.
Serb's violin is fuck. Oh, you haven't heard it, Wild Heart?
No, I want to though.
Oh yeah,
Good,
Sir.
yeah.
Sir. I just asked him. We were working on the song, and I asked him. I said, "You do you know this on violin? Could you fiddle with this?" And he did it without hearing anything. He just sent me the Hold on. Oh, I haven't played it yet. Okay. Yeah. So he sent me a little sample of him. Actually, he played the whole fucking song on a violin, and we just kind of made it fit what we were working with.
Yeah.
PJ, could you share it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let Wildheart hear it real quick. Yeah, you'll hear his violin in the beginning and a couple times throughout, and then in the end. So
Cool.
This is it.
Yeah, great song as well.
Oh yeah.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my hand. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Beauty is beyond compare with flaming locks of auburn hair and ivory skin and eyes of emerald. Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my hand. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, You could have your choice with me, but I could never love again, 'cause he's the only one for me, I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you, and whatever you decide to do, Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene.
Nice.
That was cool. I'm just wondering why Halsey has never sang on my karaoke. Probably because she's too good. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she had to get a. I mean, it's hard to. All these are pre-recorded. If you run anything through StreamYard, you're going to get this lag.
Yeah, but I never knew she had such a good singing voice. I don't think I've ever heard her sing before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think she's kind of exploring that talent herself.
Yeah, I think she's kind of amazing. Yeah.
Make sure you tell her. Just don't tell her that I shared all those songs.
No.
Tell her Midnight did it. Midnight shared it with you.
Right, yeah.
Just to get back to a few admin points. First of all, how do you do this on? Yeah, Christian Carpenter. Sorry, I've been missing the message. I've been multitasking. Jill, I don't care about. Yeah, I don't give a shit what he said. But welcome, Christian Carpenter. Good to see you. If you're still watching, cheers. And yeah, I'm totally lost with the audio on my laptop. I've tried Microsoft Firefox, Mozilla Firefox. I've tried Microsoft Edge. I even went into a Google Meet Hangout, and the microphone is just dead.
Let me tell you what might be wrong with it.
Fine.
You
Sorry.
put a video camera in. The video camera probably had its own microphone on it.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes
But
what this
that-
happens. What type of camera was it? What brand was it?
It was. If I can, if it says on it, it began with a. Oh, just one sec. No, that's just the.
Okay, let's don't worry about that part now. Go to your laptop real quick and go on the little start button down there. You see a little search thing that comes up?
Oh yeah.
Type sound in there. Type sound.
On the taskbar, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's what it's going to do. Is going to bring you up to. You're going to see. You should be able to see something there that says. Let me do it alongside with you.
There's control panel.
Sound settings, right? You see sound settings.
Sound settings. The
Click on
sound mixer options.
Yeah.
Oh,
sound
change
set.
system sounds. Change system sounds.
Yes, sound settings.
Yeah.
System sound settings. Okay. Now
Yeah.
in there, you're going to see where it says input. Choose a device for speaking or recording. What's on right now?
It's just microphone array, like the laptop's built in.
Okay, there's no other options in there?
No, just Synaptic Smart Audio HD. I know what you're saying though. Yeah,
okay. I just want to check and see
camera.
I just want to see what's put in there as your main output. Now, on that, do you see anything where it says, is it set to default?
Configure speech recognition. Yeah, no, that's the only device at the moment.
Go to that. It's the only device. Okay. You might knock something out of whack. You put it in there. It might knock your driver.
I think you've done it. On levels, it was on mute for some reason.
Okay. The camera must. Sometimes another audio device will cancel that one out to take over completely, even disable or mute it. Yeah. That's what they pay me. That's what they used to pay me the big bucks down at the call center. Thank you very much, sir. Is there anything I can help you with today? Anything else I can help with today? And would you like a ticket on this?
But we must test and see if it works.
Yeah.
We have to make sure.
I get paid on time, so I'm going to hang up and I'll give you the call ticket. If anything's wrong, just call back with that ticket number. Somebody else will be happy to help you, sir. Goodbye. Thank you. Yep, that's how we had to do it. Or we get in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, come on, because I really need this. I hope that works.
It really need it. Needs. Got to have it. And here I am just downloading pictures of something called Goblin Cock. All right.
What?
Oh, obviously. What else would we be doing?
It's just pictures and stuff that I found that I'm going to use as the pages for my songs. You know, I always put a picture with it. And it never goes with the song at all.
Yeah, it's funny.
And this one just has a picture of this. Looks like a Goblin King who's wearing like a robe, but underneath the robe, laying on the ground, is the head of a gigantic wang. Which I thought.
Can I just say? Can you just say, PJ? PJ, you are a legend. I'm gonna leave on the phone.
Right on. Glad I can help. What's my job? Yeah.
Get in. I don't know how to leave on the phone.
Oh my God. PJ, kick him out.
I'll kick you out of the phone. Wait, what's on the phone?
Kick you out.
He said kick him. Kick him. Kick that son of a bitch on the phone. It looks like me.
I can't kick you from here.
Because it says end. I don't know what that
means. It's his stream.
End stream.
Okay, here we go.
Hang up your phone. Just like power off your phone.
Okay, that work?
Right, yeah, just turn it off.
Yeah, just power that bitch down.
Yeah. No, it's still doing it.
It refuses to be put to sleep.
Yeah, I can just put you backstage. I can't take you out of the thing completely.
That's got to do it. Yeah,
I don't have that power.
fair enough. Yeah,
I'll do it.
that's got to do it. There we go. Thank fuck for that. Yeah, but PJ, thank you. That was genius.
You're
The
welcome.
way
No
you
problem.
started telling it.
Those are the easy
He had a
calls.
quarter for every time someone called him a genius. You know.
The calls I hated were mainly like
Play another one of your songs,
networks
dude.
down. Me?
Yeah,
Oh.
play Saints Go Marching In with the Beastie Boys one.
Oh, cool. Right on. Let me
That
back
is,
my channel
yeah,
here.
I heard that the other day. That is, yeah, outstanding.
Thank you. Where'd it go? So,
Excuse me.
wait a second. Where is it? Records. What did I call it? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Just before you start, welcome and goodbye, Bond. Morning after work, done later.
I missed the monster. That's like
The bondsman.
Hello and goodbye, Bond.
There she is. 4 weeks deep. Is that the right? Yeah, where's it score too? Okay, we'll go. That was kind of fun when I did that.
And that kick drum, man, is just, oh,
I apologise if I talked over that. I think my computer might have froze. All I could see was the play button, the start button. I'm sorry if I talked over that at any point. I didn't know what was going on.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, go.
That was the first one I did with the drum beat, and then I did the piano. But I had a lot of fun with that one because I put the chorus on there, and it started getting into a little bit with the stuff I have. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, but I did hear that the other day, and it is fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do some regular songs just for. I want to get some done. So I'm doing Tom Petty's, and I'm trying to do another maybe today. Yeah.
I'll have you know that this is not my creation. I did not make this avatar.
Oh.
Right, because obviously I would have made the goblin cock much larger.
Oh, it's a goblin. Okay.
Goblin cock.
Okay.
I can't get goblin cock out of my mind. No.
Right. It sounds like a gay band.
It does, goblin cock.
What
Well,
you doing?
goblin cock, and we're here to gobble you up tonight. What?
Yeah. What are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm just gobbling cock. Same as every night.
On the back of my wedding shirt.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's a sign that he puts on the side of the rest stop.
Right? Yeah. For the arrow this way.
Goblin cock.
2 miles ahead. Look for the white truck.
It's not his fault he can't spell. It just leaves people a little confused.
Right?
that's got to be the name of our Enix band, Goblin Cock.
So Jill tells me you're a Christian now. Is that right, Wildheart? You've crossed over the Jordan.
Found the Lord.
I came this close to being a Christian. I tried my best. I really did.
What did
I've read the whole Bible.
He ended up just being in a Christian.
Close enough. Yeah. I'm sure I'll get into heaven.
Did you feel him full of the Holy Spirit?
Yeah, about 2-3 pints. Yeah.
No, Jill was bragging though. He was bragging that somebody got you to read the Bible. You're reading the Bible now, so you'll be a Christian no time. Basically, you're going to get all the help you need.
That's nothing to do with Jill. For fuck's sake. No, I'm not giving Jill any of the credit. I chose to read the Bible by myself. If anything, Jill put me in it. I didn't.
No. You're wrong. You're wrong. He prayed one time about it, real quick. He was on his way to work. That's why all this is happening.
All makes sense now.
Yeah.
Explains that plane in the sky.
It's weird because like the last time, like before you started your regular trips to prison, I was a Christian and now I'm not. And you are.
Yeah. It's funny how things work out, isn't it?
We traded fates.
Yeah.
I don't like where mine's going. Oh yeah, me neither. Let's swap.
It's like, where's your God now? Oh, it's over there.
Yeah. Now I'm running up asking Wildheart, where's your God?
Yeah.
Jimmy Proof, demonstrate your God.
Demonstrate your God.
You know, Will, that same one that you used to believe in. That one. You know, you don't act like you don't know.
With the packet of Pringles. So, Will, yeah. So, are you now a non-believer?
That's correct. I don't believe in the Bible.
All right.
I believe in a God. I just don't believe in the Bible.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, and yeah, so we're very much on opposite kind of courses. I would imagine at some point you wanted very much to believe in the Bible.
Yeah.
You did, and then stopped believing in the Bible. Whereas I'm on the opposite course. I tried my fucking hardest to believe in Jesus and all the Bible stuff, and just can't bring myself to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I might believe in Jesus a little bit. I just don't know exactly what he was about.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was a dude. I think he was a real dude.
Oh, yeah. I think that as well. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
some
he was
people
like
have
a
a lot of pull.
Yeah.
Charles Manson of his day.
Ooh.
In a weird way. Because followers. I mean, you get followers, people that listen to you, and they do, they admire you. It's
Yeah,
almost
but their
like that.
music sucked back then. They didn't have, like, the Beach Boys and shit.
Well, actually, what happened with Charles Manson? Why he wanted them dead was because of the Beach Boys.
He couldn't be a Beach Boy.
No, he recorded with them with Brian Wilson. They used one of his songs and a lot of his takes in their songs. They didn't give any credit or anything. I want revenge too. I'd be like, I want blood too. Right?
I didn't know
that.
Well,
yeah.
Did not know that. Yeah,
I have one of his songs on my channel. That's not too bad. Let me pull it up on my Plastic Jesus channel. I think.
And welcome,
Charles
Halsey.
Manson fan. I just think the guy's been, he's been through the mud, and some people did some shit they shouldn't have done. He didn't really do anything himself. He didn't commit any crimes.
Oh shit, she's here, guys. Just remember, you know nothing. You've heard nothing.
No. Yeah,
Mum's the word, and the mum word is spelled M-U-M in the British way, which means it's correct.
Yeah. Get in.
Finally, you converted to Britishism.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of changes while you were gone. I totally agree that the English people made up words, sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Time, all that shit.
Yeah, they invented things like thinking.
The biggest invention was copying the Romans.
Oh.
Take that back, TJ. Take that
Well, not only the
You
Romans,
just-
it was also
just
the
shaved his balls with that.
There was another group that went in there. I forget what is on the tip of my tongue. You guys got a lot of stuff from.
Goblin cocks.
Close. I would imagine they come from castles shaped like goblin cocks. Those druids and all them tree hugging, natural born
Fucking
hippies over there.
Saxons with their goblin cocks.
Yeah,
Goblin
well,
cocks on the tip of my tongue.
going around the Stonehenge. Did you know if you get the
wait.
Stonehenge diameter, if you get the Stonehenge diameter, times it by its height and times it by 2, you get the standard mile.
You know, British invented the whole math thing, right? That was they did that. So.
Yeah, we did that.
That means somebody had to show them how to do the radius with the stones.
They had it.
And it had to be a Brit. It had to be a Brit. It had to be a Cockney bastard explaining to them out there exactly how that fucking circle should be.
It's natural that they had to come up with maths because they had so many gays. They're like they had to keep track of them.
You offended him.
No, there has never been or will never be a British gay person. We just don't do that.
What are you gonna do with Elton John then?
I'll tell Mick Jagger.
Elton John. No,
you know what? I hate to tell you this because it seems like you should know, but the British invented gay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're the best at it. They're so lanky.
All the good stuff. They invented all the good stuff.
Yeah, if you notice, like, look at your wrist. Look at your wrist right now. Look how limp it is. Like bend your wrist over. Look how thin your wrist is. And look at that.
That's genetic.
Yeah,
my brain is exploded. Yeah, the word can't compute. Just
you're whiter than midnight. Okay, you guys invented white.
I said that the other day. He actually took offence. I said, I'm probably the most white person you've ever met. And he said, I'm fucking albino, you prick.
You're still Italian, though. That olive color kind of to the way.
He's like, you fuckwad, you can survive a tan. Get one. It's like, well, cut in on my game. Doing my cotton swab impression.
Oh, fucking hell. And this all starts with OBS and GIMP. Yeah, forget that. I'm not fucking about with this again.
Oh, it's Moth Pig. Oh, jolly.
Simon.
Get him in here so I can bust his hymen.
Yeah, get him, Moth Pig. Yeah. He actually joined the other day. But he went to work. Yeah. Join Moth Pig. Yeah. And I'm just terrified now of messing about with OBS. Do you know what I mean? In case I fuck it up again. Yeah.
I think it's your camera. OBS might have done it too. Because it could have. It might have.
Yeah. As
long as you know where to correct it, now you know where to correct it. You can always go back to the sound settings. You check your inputs and outputs.
Could you write it down for him because he's gonna fucking forget. That's what he's afraid of. He's like, I know you just showed me how to do this if it fucks up, but you won't be here all the time.
I used to have several flowcharts that I made myself for customers that would have problems. Yeah.
He can just watch this stream over. Don't delete this stream, and you can just go back and watch it next time you fuck it up, and you will.
I can make you a flowchart too. Yeah.
If you stop masturbating while being on the keyboard, you won't accidentally hit buttons. What? I had to stop.
Masturbation, OBS. Masturbation, OBS. I'll go with the wanking.
That's a reasonable decision. I think any man would arrive to that.
I'll stick with the hand job. Yeah. Anyway, so Math Big, just to catch you up, if you're still watching, I tried to do a tutorial when I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with OBS, and I ended up turning off my microphone on all settings in all programs on Windows. I was on the phone for a while because that's the only way I could be heard. Yeah, on my own stream. We managed to sort it in the end with the help of PJ. Luckily, someone here knew what the fuck they were doing, so we got it back. But yeah, I'm just terrified of messing about with anything now.
Yeah, too bad you're not close by. As I tell my kids and my wife, you know, they got their computers running. Don't be scared to do it. Just fuck it up. I don't care. I have more fun building, like, you know, sometimes I have more fun just fixing them than I do using them.
Mm.
You know, I don't know how you had success with Math Pig's tutorial because every time he tells me how to do something, my butthole hurts. I don't know why.
No, he's good. And
I didn't say it wasn't good. I'm just saying it makes my butthole hurt. That's how good.
Yeah. The math pig about 6 months, maybe 12 months ago now, taught me how to use OBS, you know, with StreamYard and everything. And he was doing amazing things. And I could do it for about a day. But because of the amount I was drinking, I forgot it about 2 days later. So I'm starting from scratch, like, yeah.
Yeah, there's some OBS masters around here.
There are, yeah. It can do very cool things. I've just not got a clue how to do those cool things.
There's a lot of tutorials online about it. I got my device to loop back into it using OBS, but I can't do it at the same time because it gets skippy. Once I upgrade the computer, I could get really into it. But
yeah, I was having that problem as well with having a cheap laptop. Yeah, when OBS is running, like everything else slows down to fuckery. Yeah.
You know, I keep looking at that guitar and thinking about how Irenic inspired you. Irenic inspired that.
I still wake up with nightmares, to be fair.
There it is. Let's see. I like the sound holes. Got that little design around it. Who makes that guitar? Oh, you need to learn how to tune it.
Yeah. Like I said, the top string is snapped, and I've not got a clue how to even tune it.
There's a app that works really well. It's called Guitar Tuna, Tuna, like the fish. Guitar Tuna. It's a little.
Use your phone.
Yeah, use your phone. Get Guitar Tuna, or a Guitar Tuner app, and use your phone for it. It'll show you where the strings are on most of them.
So easy. So easy.
I also have the problem. I think I might be tone deaf. I have tried to use those things before, and
but see, they tell you it has like a green light when you get in the right. It says, you found it.
Oh, I can do automated. If it's automated, I can deal with that.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to tell you. That's your phone will hear the tone and it'll show you how below or above it is.
And like the Guitar Tuner one, I recommend that one because it shows you the top of your neck, and it'll show you which string is vibrating too, so you know which one to tune.
Right, I can do that as long as it doesn't rely on my ear. I can do that. And
then once you start tuning it in, just start listening to each individual string as you learn and go from there, and you build your ear up.
Well, yeah, you said that.
We have to watch and see if that applies to Wild Art. But I think what about getting a string put on there? Can you get that closer to the camera? All right, let's see the strings in the fretboard. I want to see how high the strings.
I think
stop opening it. I don't want to see its pussy. You need some duct tape for that.
Make it talk.
All right, turn it on its side, and all right, like that.
Yeah.
All right, now get it closer to the camera so we can see how high the strings are off the fretboard.
Like the side of it. Give us a side angle shot, a side shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, that's a little bit of high action.
Ooh, super high.
Well, it's gonna make your fingers strong.
Yeah. Work on the top. This looks pretty good on the top.
So you're saying they all need to go tighter?
Yeah. No.
Not tighter. No. You're not. That's not what that does.
We meant lower. But I think they're high because you cracked it. It might be pulling up on the body. That might be
just tearing itself apart.
Yeah.
That's why the other one snapped.
Get some duct tape and duct tape that hole down solid as you could to the body. Just duct tape it down. It should be all right. Might have a little bit of flex, but don't over tighten them. Don't pop them.
Oh, that even.
I would actually keep them loose until you get them tuned in with a tuner.
Oh, that made my balls itch. I'll do that
again. Faster. Keep a good rhythm.
You play that, I'm going to chew on my nutsack.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I'll do that. I've got to buy a new top string first.
One thing I noticed getting this program, it kind of like it tripped me out a little bit because it shows me how sloppy I am on my playing.
Mhm.
But because now I have to bring everything in tight. When I always played, just I'll grab something, I'll learn it, or just go jam along with it. But now I'm like, damn numbers.
Dude, I know exactly what you mean.
Right?
I am discovering that my rhythm playing has to get much better. Much better.
Because I sublime it all the time. I go fast, slow, fast, slow. I mix it all up, And yeah.
That just makes it hard later on when you're trying to add another part. It's like, what the fuck why did I all of a sudden go to Mach speed? What was I doing?
And I messed up the first time when I first started recording because on Studio One, for some weird reason, I got to find a way around it. You have to set your tempo in first.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, I could have put the drums in. I was like, shit. So I had to redo the singing part and to do the tempo to get the drums in properly. So I built it off that. So I got to find the tempo, and then on the first one, I just found the drum beat. I was like, oh, that's the Beastie Boys sound. That's cool. Then I just kind of, all right, and it went from there.
So I like.
It's daunting though.
I have to guess sometimes at what the beats per minute are. I'm trying to remember the one that I had to do that with yesterday, but. Oh no! Actually, it was a jam track that I made where I just laid down a drum beat out of Cakewalk with the SI drum kit, and then I just got the bass out and just like played along, just jammed along with it, and did just sort of a bass drum thing.
Oh, right on.
And I learned a lot doing that. Again, back to that timing has to be.
Yeah.
But having that ahead of time in the software, like the beats per minute, like that's so helpful. You know what I'm saying? Because if you try to adjust it after you record anything, it's going to affect that. All the tracks will be affected. Yeah.
What got me was I didn't think it was going to affect the audio track, the recorded audio. So the way I found around it was I normalized it, and then I exported the audio, the voice itself, and then I changed the beats per minute, and then I imported that, and it worked. So I was like, cool. I was like freaking out for a second because I don't want to,
Yeah, pull it out while it's right. Clear the slate, set the tempo, and then bring the tracks back in that you don't want. Yeah.
So next time I got a little thing going. So now I make sure I find the tempo and set it first. Oh, and I was about to say on my program I have the Studio One, and on mine on the tempo piece, if you click on Studio One you can do. I don't know if it works. Sometimes it works on multiples. Where the tempo is underneath the numbers, there's like a little thing. I click on that. I could tap that, and the tapping sets the tempo. So if I'm listening,
do you have a copy of you and Sammy doing what's the name of that song? I just don't know.
Yeah. I have. No, I don't have the full thing. I think I just have the rough version with me and him.
The rough version with you and him.
Wait, no, maybe I'm thinking.
Is that the one that Halsey? The one that Halsey?
Yeah.
Lined up. She took my stuff out and put.
Yes. Yeah, I got that one.
Can we hear it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Let me find it.
Well, you know everything that happened with Sammy, right, and his daughter and all that.
Yeah. Very so.
Yeah. Oh, Halsey actually has it. If you don't, so.
Yeah, that'd be cool because it's actually somewhere up in the chat somewhere. I have to like scroll and look for it.
Yeah.
She's being shy, apparently, not coming in.
Yeah, good to see you, Halsey. Join if you want. The link is in the inside chat.
Why would she join if you haven't given her a wrench? Come on.
Oh, I can do that now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just
look. Math Big, Bond. You got a carpenter. You got people out there you could be wrenching up.
Yeah, I've been slacking. Yeah. I can do that now.
Wrench your sides.
I'm actually
wrench your side chats instead of just twerking your knob.
Yeah. To be fair, I've been working off the phone for the last fucking half an hour.
Oh, to be fair, my fair wild heart,
my fair lady.
Oh, I got the Pro Tool. No, not Pro Tools. I got the Studio One.
Oh, now he's just bragging.
No, I got the professional edition yesterday.
Yeah,
for Studio One.
I do like
So what's cool
PJ
about
the Tool Man.
What's cool about that is now I could like let's say I could record a karaoke. I haven't done it yet.
Drag.
Yeah, from on the OBS, and then I could just drag that right into there, and it supports video, so I could put video on the top. So I could put the number one right on the track, and go from there. So I haven't done that yet. I'm thinking about doing that today.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't have like full editing on the video. You can only just like cut and splice and move around. I hope they put some kind of like third party or something, anything in there where you could like do like fly-ins of that chord thing I was doing. So I'm looking for something to do that chord thing. That'd be cool. So lessons.
And if nothing else, you have a record of like each song and it's the chords that went into it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, I can always go back and make the chords happen. Hey, House.
Welcome, Halsey. Good to. And Halsey and Bond and Will, you are now all moderators on my channel. Managing moderators at that. That's a new feature.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to take all their wrenches away.
Yeah. I was on Praises before and someone had done that. He made someone a moderator and they fucked everything up and made everyone not a moderator.
That's where I got the idea from.
Yeah.
It couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
With Jill, you could give it to him, take it away, give it to him, take it away, like a throwing it at him.
Oh yeah, I'm not making. There's no way I'm making Jill a mod. I forgot he commented before as well. I'm not making him a mod. Fuck that.
Hey, look, there's Jill. Now I can practice my mod
Hey,
powers. Let me see how this works.
Yeah.
How do I block forever?
Just ban him for that.
Oh yeah, PJ and Sammy's. Yeah.
I was the last born of a long line. But time for change and reckoning. I didn't talk much, but my eyes were wide. Just too young to take it in. I heard the yelling from the living room. Hidden secrets hard to keep. I think I held my breath from the age of 2. Held by my sister till I sleep. Easy come but not so easy when it goes. How long do we have? I wanna know. Like a stream, you watch it flow. To the river as it grows, to the ocean's undertow, to the ether's everglow. I don't know. Didn't finish school, I guess I got a clue. Tried to break me down, bust me in two. Not too blind to see what's right in front of me. Too busy chasing down the destiny. Easy come, but not so easy when it goes. How long do we have? I gotta know. Like a stream, yeah, you watch it come and go. To the river as it grows. Easy come, but not so easy when it goes. How long do we have? I gotta know. Like a dream, yeah, you watch it go. To the river as it grows. To the ocean's undertow. To the ether's everglow. Just don't know where the time.
That kind of rocked in a big way. I like that. I think that's the first time I've heard it.
All right, on. That
was cool. Yeah. And can I just say, Jill? Yeah, I don't know if you've heard. I want to debate you. I know Jill said he'll debate anyone on any topic. He's already turned down Richard Madsen, and I think me as well. So when he says anyone, he means no one, basically.
What you mean, white people?
There's a funny skit I gotta find. It's on Mad TV. It's Ray Romano sings "Sweet Caroline." He's all oh. It's just hilarious. You have to see it. I can't do it justice.
Sweet Caroline. Bow, bow.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah,
The
all
times
white people know
never
that.
Felt so good. I'm
It's Neil Diamond, right?
Yeah.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah.
Well, Jill was right. All white people do sing that song.
What do all black people know? Swing low.
Shit. Cause I got locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out. No.
The commissary.
Are there any songs about stealing bicycles? Probably not.
Jill, that's a question for you. Have you written any songs about
I don't
your
think there's any.
hobby?
I don't think there's any rap songs about stealing bikes because they don't like to incriminate themselves so directly.
Yeah, but we're talking about Jill here, right?
So I'm trying to think of like, what's the black song black people know? Like my uncle, he always listens to like the Skylights and shit. You know, like see her face wherever she goes. He's blacker than black. He's from Texas. He's like super black. He's like Wesley Snipes black. His lips are. It's like his gums are black.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Okay, all right, let's pump the brakes.
No, he's a cool guy. His mom's nice. I stood over there for a while in Texas.
There you go.
Really cool people. Yeah.
And then they stole my bike, and then
Yeah. Well, they brought me into their group, so they wanted me to help steal bikes with those.
I had to drive the getaway bike.
The getaway bike. It was a tricycle, more traction that way.
They stood on the back and let the wind blow through their throat.
And it wasn't one of those crappy plastic Power Wheels either. It was one of those good ones we stole it from a fucking kindergarten. You know, those nice metal ones, red.
Jill's having flashbacks right now. He's having to pull over and think about the good old days.
I missed that Power Wheel. Had a brake on it. It slid around.
It was a Knight Rider Power Wheel.
Yeah.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Yes, Michael.
When you said Jill has to pull over, do you mean for his bicycle ride?
Turbo boost. Yeah.
Now, look, Jill's bragging. He's bragging that Brojo tried to invite him to his channel for ratings because people are lined up to watch Jill.
Bojo gets about 50 viewers every stream. Jill gets one, and it's always me.
Oh no, I remember this. Yeah, he's telling the truth. Yeah, he's telling the truth. It was all live and everything. So there was a hangout going, and Ironic was arguing with everybody in the whole world. So Peggy gave Brojo $200 for such a good show. Seen it, and that's when Brojo said, "I'll get Jill in here. We'll have all kinds of money." So yeah, I remember that.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but-
look forward to Jill finally being bribed enough to come on there and give ratings to Brojo.
And all it took was a lot
Well,
was money in
Jill,
Brojo's pocket.
I want to put out a serious challenge to Jill. I will do a serious, proper debate on, what was it? Is God the savior of all? Obviously, it's a position.
He's been talking to Ace.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a position that I don't hold, but I'll debate it, and I think I'll win anyway. Because let's face it,
No,
it's fucking Jill.
it's a position that you don't hold. So, what position do you hold?
Well,
Does
not
your
believing
God
that-
save some people?
well, not believing that God exists, it's difficult to hold the position that God is the savior of all.
No, you don't believe that any God exists?
No, I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm saying that I don't believe that God exists currently. But I'm
Okay.
willing to change my mind. Yeah, but currently I don't believe that any gods exist.
Yeah. Well, if you're waiting on evidence,
Can't
Yeah.
see them.
Yeah.
They program you.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
just
that Jill has evidence for you. I'm sure he's got loads and loads of evidence. I don't know if you know, but Wildheart, you while you were gone, we got an admission from another Christian that he actually has dinner with God.
Wow. Who was that?
Oh yeah.
He hasn't seen it. Oh yes.
I missed that
Okay.
one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you didn't even know about my deconversion. Yes, give me one moment. I'm happy to show you. Because you haven't met Lionheart, but I think that you would love going to his channel and talking to him.
Oh yeah.
I think I've seen him a couple of times on other people. I've never spoke to him, but I think I remember him. I think I've seen him a couple of times. He's very eccentric. Like, yeah.
Eccentric, you say?
Yeah. I was trying to be kind.
In a bedridden sense, maybe.
I didn't want to say batshit crazy, but you know what I mean.
Oh, dude, he's so crazy. Check this out. Here you go, PJ. Throw this up there.
Oh.
Here's the insanity.
Oh.
And Halsey made this, by the way. So Halsey is forever
Okay.
on Eric Lionheart's bad side because of this.
Jesus Christ, at our dinner table. I still can't get over it.
Have you ever had a relationship with Jesus Christ where you could sit down and talk with him?
I had a relationship with the thing that guides me, and I spoke to it and still speak to it.
Does he have a name?
Possibly.
Okay. Have you ever asked his name?
Yes.
Okay. And what did he say?
Nothing.
Nothing? And what does this God tell you?
It just guides.
It guides you in what way?
Pushes me to do the thing that is most in line with my conscience, regardless of what I fear about doing.
Okay. Do you think that we are all good people?
No.
No? And what do you think are going to happen to the good and the evil?
The same thing. We die and go to whatever's next. Eric, outside of the canon of the Old and New Testament, what evidence do you have that Yahweh is the absolute creator of all things?
I know him personally.
What's his favorite color?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you don't know him as well as you think you do. So when you talk to him, did he say, hey, my name is Yahweh?
He didn't have to.
No. So you know him personally.
I did.
You have dinner?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we've talked.
Does he like sweet tea or unsweetened tea?
He doesn't drink sweet tea.
Does he drink or eat anything?
No. Why are you asking?
Well, because you said you had dinner with him.
Well, I say, yeah, he.
You also
sucks
said you
with
knew
us.
him.
Yeah, I know him.
Can you just pause before I forget?
Rhetoric that Christians say. I used to.
How the hell do you have dinner with someone who doesn't eat or drink anything? Surely, by definition, you can't have dinner with someone who doesn't fucking eat.
Yeah, we found that to be a little confusing as well, didn't we?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Asking.
Oh, because you said you had dinner with him.
Well, I say, yeah, he.
You also
sucks
said
with
you knew
us.
him.
Yeah, I know him.
So I've heard all the rhetoric that Christians say. I used to say it myself, but we both know that you haven't had dinner.
Well, you can say that if you like, but that's not true. I have dinner with him every time I eat dinner. I never said that I had dinner with God. I have dinner with him every time I eat dinner.
This is PJ's artwork.
Those are jelly donuts. Do that. 9-inch nail.
Try not to have a wreck, Jill. He's mad. He's yelling in his car. Don't ever make fun of Eric. Eric's my granddad.
Until I said jelly donuts. Ooh, where's Dunkin' Donuts around here?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a flashback. Oh. Hey,
what's worrying
remember this guy?
me is that the more inebriated I get, the more intelligent I get.
Oh,
yeah, that's the wrong way around because that shouldn't happen.
I hope we don't see that guy show up anymore. He was
Right.
he was fun to make fun of, but you can't take him seriously as a man.
Yeah. The sad thing is, I actually have that video open in a tab. I was looking at it the other day, thinking, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, we were thinking too. What the fucking hell is he doing? Good times, right?
Yeah.
We're the only ones that remember him, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not got a fucking clue.
Yeah, you'd have to take our word for it.
It looked fun, you know, from the outside.
There's like clues that it happened, like your head print in your wall, but Outside of that, we have no evidence that really took place.
Yeah, you probably watched your finger already.
The pieces of glass still embedded in the wall from the glass. Yeah, the bottle.
Broken Xbox controller shattered amongst the ground as children cry.
Oh, that was dark.
Those were good. Those were good times, man. Good times.
Yeah.
Because
Happy days.
At least with the liquor store, they were making a lot of money. I bet you're saving a ton right now.
Yeah, they've actually been in touch. Yeah, they want to know.
Look, we're gonna have to shutter the fucking windows if you don't fucking show back up, man. We were counting on you. Where you been?
We've decided to open you a line of credit.
Layaway liquor.
You'll have to excuse me. I've got to take a short bathroom break. I'll be right back. I'm busting.
Don't you run in there and drink any mouthwash. You get all the alcohol jokes. That's what you get.
Oh, I'm gonna have to stay now. You know a sad thing.
You peed your pants.
No, when I was in prison one time, I did actually drink. You know the hand sanitizer.
Buck. Oh, you drank the. Oh.
Yeah, because
That probably did some damage to your kidneys, dude.
Yeah, it was like
that's a low moment.
Jill's here. Welcome,
Oh, we'll
Jill.
let him in.
Take a piss. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
What a pleasant parting thought.
Here's Jill, and I've got to piss.
You're welcome.
Talk to him while I go play with my weenus. What's up, Jillian? You were saying something about refuting a belief that you think I hold?
Yeah, man. All of them. Where's Walhart?
You weren't listening.
All of them. Every
Yeah,
single belief.
Everything I believe, you're going to
know?
destroy.
You
You're
know
gonna
all
refute it.
Williams.
Everything he believes, he's been taught about Christianity, the Bible.
Okay.
You know,
you can
all of
refute it.
those. Okay.
Yeah, I can refute all of your comments.
Did you
and
write them all down
claims and-
first?
No, I didn't. No, I
You get
can't.
your secretary to write them
I'll write a
down.
book one day. One of these days, I'll write a book.
All right, so just pick one of my beliefs that you want to destroy.
Refutation of the liberal.
Right.
Reading liberals' ideas and innuendo.
So you think I'm a liberal?
No,
I'm a
that's
liberal
gonna be
because
a
I don't
title.
believe in the Bible? Is that how that works?
Well, in many ways, yes.
Okay. I'm a liberal. I became a liberal the minute that I stopped believing in the Bible. That's what happened.
The deconstruction of the Bible is a liberal trait. The deconstruction.
Only liberals can do that, right? Only liberals can.
Only liberals would. Those
Oh,
scumbags.
they're the only ones that are willing to do such a vile thing.
Well, there's some evangelicals that deconstruct, but in different ways.
Okay, go on.
Well, I'll wait until Walhart comes back because I wanted to share something with him.
Oh, well, could you name another one of my liberal beliefs?
The idea that the God of the Bible stole or borrowed or copied from ancient pagan
No, I don't.
polytheistic.
I don't believe that.
You don't? Okay, good. You
No,
don't believe
the
that?
God of the Bible didn't copy anybody. He doesn't even exist.
Okay, great. Okay, so the writers of the text who wrote the Bible copied from other ancient pagan religions. Okay,
Yes, that's what.
so I can destroy that in 20 seconds. But
All right, go ahead.
I'll wait for Walhart to come. Actually already have, but you don't pay much attention to.
I probably
when I
missed your
speak,
stream. Oh, there's Wildheart.
Isn't there sort of a
so-
consistent history of Yahweh's roots that
Mhm.
come from? Was it a monotheistic religion when Yahweh's roots, the beginning of Yahweh, like the whole volcano god thing, was in effect? Was
So
that
you believe that?
monotheistic?
You believe that also?
If there's a straight line through history of the stories and how they got transferred over, then sure I do. Yeah.
Right. You've connected
Why-
that.
why
You've
would-
connected those lines?
Do I have to personally?
Yeah. Yeah, if you believe
I have
someone
to. I
borrowed,
have to become like a historian and an archaeologist.
Yeah, you'd have to actually show proof instead of innuendo. So
So I can't trust anyone else to do it.
You can't show me any evidence. So
We can't trust anyone else to do it either, Jill.
You can trust someone else to do it. Yes, no one has done it. Not anyone in liberal scholarship has made that connection as far as hard data is concerned. It's all innuendo.
The hard data going to come
we've
from
accused. Show me the hard data, and I'll believe it. We've accused.
Wait. Show me. Wait, Tom's. You said this is your
Smith.
Hold on. You just said hard data. You said hard data.
Yeah, we've accused.
Okay, I need to know what qualifies as hard data.
We've accused Joseph Smith of the same thing. How we did not just run on innuendo and say, well, he borrowed because we can do some parallels. We've actually shown where he copied word for word. We have the hard data where he copied the Old Testament word for word, making some changes here and there. So if you can show that, if you can demonstrate that, then you'll have your hard evidence. Not just innuendo. Well, they both talk about a flood. Duh.
There are other cultures that talk about a flood at other times
too. Because a
but
flood
that's
happens.
not necessarily the same flood that they're talking about in the Bible.
Okay.
Can
so
I
a flood happened.
Jill,
scholars explain that by what they call common inheritance.
Do you think floods are natural occurrences?
The actual event.
Go ahead,
I just want to say thank you very much. I appreciate it, sophisticated brat. I'm going to do another later, and I'll get into that later. Sorry.
I wanted to help you understand what wild heart, because William and so-called ex-Christians that are here never really were serious about their faith, so they don't know what it means to walk with Christ or to have dinner and fellowship with Christ. That is what we call wild heart. That's what we call today. We call it Christianese.
Do you have dinner with God too?
Do
you have dinner?
Also,
I was going to say,
those who are familiar with Christ know what wild heart, know what Lionheart meant by that. Okay, there's actually a song.
Excuse
me, I'm talking to Wildheart. Thank you. There's actually a song.
You're talking at me. You're not talking to me.
Wildheart's begging you to shut the fuck up, and you're like, I'm talking to Wildheart.
It's called I Serve a Risen Savior. Can I just read some of the lyrics?
No,
for you.
No, you can tell me about dinner with God. That would be interesting.
Yeah. So did this songwriter, right? Because he's a Christian and he understands what it's meant.
Will you sing it to me?
We understood it too, Jill. We understood
it,
Jill.
Jill.
I want
Jill sing.
Just one sec. We know that God doesn't eat or drink anything.
Right.
You say,
right. That's common.
But you're saying you've had dinner with Jesus.
Yes.
Does Jesus eat or drink anything?
Right. He walks with me and he talks with me. So that's a way for Christians to describe
but does he eat with you?
The relationship. It's a relationship.
Does he digest with you?
It's not a literal. It's not to be taken in a
So it's a metaphorical thing.
So
he metabolizes with me and he wipes my
for
bones.
any appreciable amount of time and paid attention to what they were being taught would know that.
Is he with you when you go boom boom?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, it's a
Does he help wipe?
Jesus went potty with a bit.
So because William never actually was serious about his faith, he just went along with the motions, probably to impress a family member or a spouse's family. Probably, many people go to church for different reasons.
William's definitely the kind of guy
he
that I
never
imagine
actually had a relationship with Christ, so he did not understand what was meant when he said, "Yes, I eat dinner with Christ."
Right, I missed it.
But we knew what he meant too. Okay.
Also, the term "He lives in my heart,"
hell.
within my heart, is also Christian-y. It's also a way of
metaphorical, not literal. Just like
Yeah.
God, metaphorical, not literal.
It's not to be taken in a wooden.
He didn't
literal
understand.
sense. Yeah.
God's presence
They're
is
idioms.
metaphorical because God is metaphorical.
They're idioms. Well, God can use metaphors.
All right. Well, hold on,
Because
Jill.
he's God. So Shakespeare can use metaphors, so can God.
Okay, the claim was not that I spend all my time with God. The claim was specifically that Eric has dinner with God.
Yes. Do you know what that means?
He knows
now?
him personally.
Yes,
well,
that means
he
that
could have
has
said
an intimate relationship with Christ, and he looks to Christ for even
No.
fellowshipping,
Permission to
with
poop. I got it.
dinner. Yeah,
No,
with
he doesn't
eating
have
dinner.
a relationship. He imagines that he does.
That's your opinion. That's
Is there a time when he is not in the presence of Jesus?
there isn't any time when anyone is not in the presence of Christ.
So he can't really brag that he has dinner with God when every fucking body does.
Yeah, no, not everybody has a relationship.
Yeah, no, they
God
do.
is
You just said he's with everybody when they have dinner.
right, but not in a relational sense.
Well, so he's sitting on the
So
other
he's
side of the
aware-
restaurant
so
with his
he's-
back to
he's with-
you, but
he's not with you in the same sense he's with the Christian, but he
well,
is-
that's good because I'm not paying for his tab.
okay, that's fine. But he lives, he walks with me and he talks with me along life's narrow way. So what the Christian
does
is
he require
saying,
two
so what
seats?
the
Is he that
Christian is
big?
saying, I'll wait.
Yeah, does he require 2 seats in a restaurant? I hear he's pretty big.
So what the Christian is saying by he walks with me and he talks with me along my life's narrow way is that Christ is a part of my life. He's a part of everything that I do.
So when
if I go
you're
to the
involved in your
grocery
manly
store,
duties and
I'm
you're climbing
speaking
up
with
on the
him
old lady,
about
is he like cheering you on and telling you to go deeper? I mean, what is Jesus
child
involved
that
with
I
during
need to
sex?
go down. If I'm going to a baseball game, he's talking to me about where I need to sit or who I need to preach the gospel to.
That's worrying,
So
Jill.
he's
honestly.
always near.
Did you
And
expect
just
anything else?
the time that I need him, he lives. He lives. Christ.
So in
Jesus lives
the
today.
marriage bed,
So,
Jesus is there hanging out.
This is an old tradition. This
He's
is an
sitting in
old
the corner in
Christian
an
tradition.
armchair watching.
Just
Turns
walking
out some
away.
homeless guy living with the whole
Are
time.
aware of it. If you're not aware of it, then it's probably a sign you would never.
No,
say
I get it. I get it. That Jesus is with you and is with you no matter what you're doing. Even if you've got a finger in the old lady, like Jesus is there going, as long as you don't think about someone that's not your wife, you can get 3 fingers in there.
3-finger pie.
Maybe I'll give this song to PJ to play this on his guitar.
I think that's known as the bowling ball analogy when you get 3.
Jill doesn't know. He has to wait on Jesus to tell him what to do next.
So, look, there's 2 different possibilities here: that you actually have a relationship with God and that God is there and that you feel it and that it's real, or that you imagine all of it and it's just you imagining the relationship and the responses and all the stuff that you think goes along with it.
Ooh, I know which one it is. I know.
Just imagine, though, one seems very wholesome and really deep and interesting and profound, and the other one is just, you're crazy.
It's kind of pervy. The other one is that Jesus is stalking you. You can't even get to the bathroom alone. He's just like, hey, slide over. I need to poop too. You know, it's not good having Jesus around all the time.
What exactly does Jesus poop? If he doesn't,
That's fish. He eats fish. That's in the Bible.
Spiritual waste.
Well, spiritual fish waste. He eats fish and lamb and bread. That's it.
He eats invisible spiritual fish, though.
Jesus eats flies. Yeah.
It's okay to eat
Spirit
fish.
poop.
If you're ever
They don't have any
about
feelings.
what a Christian says or does, don't listen to these fools.
Don't listen to
Come
us.
to someone who can explain to you what actually
Christ.
whether it be in the Bible or whether it be what a Christian says. Even when they say something wrong or erroneous. These individuals here are not the ones that can help you.
We can't help. We cannot help. Not at all.
You know, those things.
We're not going to get you anywhere near Jesus. He's already there. You need to trust us. He's already there.
We can't get you close to Jesus. He's inside.
It can't be a one-on-one. Jesus is always hanging out. He's like a third wheel. It's always a 2-on-1 whenever Jill brings Jesus along. It's cheating. He's got the Lord with him again.
Maybe that's the only way he can make love to his wife is if Jesus is there. You know what I mean? You know, you know how much he hates women. You know what I mean?
I'll carry an extra helmet just in case.
Jill is so close to the Savior, he just tags him in when he's tired.
Nacho!
It's okay. He was going to be there anyway.
I wonder if he just tells Jesus just take care of her altogether some nights. He's just too tired.
Yeah, I can't.
Do me a solid, my man.
Jesus,
give her 3 O's. Give her.
Just got a headache. Yeah, take over Jesus.
Jill's got a headache. Jill's got to tell the old lady, look, I've had enough.
Yeah.
We should pray together.
Jill's washing his.
I'm sorry, Jill.
We're
You spelled
dissing his
in-
old
spelled
lady and his
innuendos
God at
wrong.
the same time.
He's the one that's admitted to a threesome. Okay, I didn't admit to that. He did.
Innuendos wrong. You need to admit to it.
There's a different one.
I bet I didn't.
Is there a different innuendo we should go with?
It's not really me misspelling it, though. It would be the dictionary. So your problem is with Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster. Not me.
He spelled it innuendos.
Yeah, this is from the guy who doesn't know how to use your correctly with the apostrophe R-E.
Oh, it's plural. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, the English
Doesn't
teacher.
have to be.
Fucking English teacher.
It's just DOS, not DOES. Innuendos.
Innuendoesn't.
Even Jill knows how to spell innuendo because I see it so much.
I love it when you refer to yourself in the third person.
That's all liberal scholarship provides, so that's how I know how to spell it.
Now it makes it sound like there's 4 people involved in your sexual
I read
escapades.
I read a lot of liberal scholarship. So
Jesus, give me a little help over here. Give Jill a break.
yeah, I had the advantage.
Jill's tired, Jesus. Give me some Gatorade and tag in.
I can't beat you up too much on that.
Oh, I don't know who's getting beat up. It's probably Jesus doing all the beating. Is Jesus beating me up or is it you? Listen, I need to know who I'm talking to here. Are you speaking to me through the power of the Holy Spirit and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, or is this just Jill, some half-ass special ed teacher trying to?
That's part of Jill. That's part of me.
Jesus being Jesus, the Lord and Savior of all men, is part of you.
Jesus
He
is
lives
like a.
in my heart.
Does he
Ooh,
ever
I thought
get
he was gonna
deep up
start
in you?
singing.
Jesus.
So
No.
Jesus like wears Jill like a sleeve, and his motions are actually,
Yeah, Jesus
actions.
Jesus is so deep in Jill that he just leaves the nuts hanging out.
Wallheart. The Bible says
No,
that the songwriter
Jill that can spell. Jill.
Wallheart, the songwriter says that I see his hand of mercy. Do you think the songwriter
I know what
believed
the
that
hand
he
of
actually
mercy
saw
means.
a hand coming from out of a cloud, Wallheart?
Sorry, I missed that.
These people are the dumbest on the planet, I tell you. Don't ever run for any significant position in this country. I pray.
Except for like Congress. Or something.
Yeah.
Just stay in your YouTube atmosphere.
Yeah.
Don't do anything.
Don't be a
that's going
high flyer like Jill. Substitute.
provide you with any decision-making power or ability in order to protect our women and children.
The fuck are you talking about?
Man,
who needs to protect our women and children when Jesus is hanging out with them? Come on, man.
He's got them covered.
That's true. You're kind of dissing Jesus by saying that he's a weakling and he can't do it himself.
Like he needs our help to protect the women and children. He's Jesus, for God's sake, or for his sake, or
He's practically the Almighty himself.
for their sake. And Jesus has got a lot. He's got a lot of plate spinning, but I think he can handle it. He's already with everybody when they shit. So.
He's omnipotent, omnipresent, and omnibenevolent. Yeah, he should have it covered. To be fair,
That means he's
funny.
inhaled every fart you've ever let slip.
I was about to say something like that. Think about it. Every time you're constipated, Jesus just has his finger up your asshole. He's joking with you. He's fucking with you. He's like, try harder.
You're
Try
like,
harder.
dig it out. Dig it out.
you also believe that the writers of the text copied from other ancient pagan religions? Do you believe that as well?
Not
Please say no.
verbatim. Nobody said verbatim.
Yeah, please say no.
Who are you asking?
Talking to me?
EJ, do you believe that?
That stories were taken from other stories from previous stories.
Right.
There's previous stories that kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Influence.
Gods follow gods.
They kind of
History
cover the same
itself.
territory in a simpler form, and like the
believe that
next
also?
generation of stories just added onto it.
You believe that also, PJ?
I don't believe anything I read or see, man. This is just like living this life, watching it go and see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call anything out as true or not that I don't know is or not. I get 50-50.
Right.
Just like a simulated universe, just like a God. until like it's
Right.
I
So
want to say
you can't say for
tangible,
sure.
but understandable for sure. Yeah.
You can't say for sure because you haven't seen any hard evidence, right?
Oh, Jill, shush. We've actually got.
But when it comes to the afterlife, I can't say anything for sure. That's like
No, I'm just thinking about the innuendo, though, the idea that the Christian or that the writers
Go ahead, flex on
are from other ancient religions. Just that.
Jill, shush.
Yes,
shush,
yeah.
shush.
I mean, because nobody really comes up with an original idea. It's always something.
Right.
It's always monkey see, monkey do. Stories, songs, everything comes from something. It has to be learned. And it has
There's
to
nothing
be,
new under the sun, right?
Your mic's not working, Wildheart. Your mic's not working.
Yeah, I presume that. Yeah. That was a presupposition. Yeah. No, we've actually got quite a sensible question from the side chat. May I ask, if there is no higher power, then what is the panel's belief in how we came about? That's a good question. Thank you very much. Jill, I'll go to you first, just to get you.
I don't
think it applies to him.
It doesn't apply to him.
Oh,
I'll
right,
answer
yeah.
first.
Yeah, go.
I don't know if anyone. Well, I'll speak for myself. I haven't said that there's no higher power. I believe in a certain series of events for creation, but I have no evidence as to who put it in motion. I leave it open because I think that if there is something behind it that's a form of order or intelligence, then I have no problem with that. But I don't assign it that, and I don't believe that it's really concerned with us too much. But it could also be that there is no actual God, and it happened in some other way that we're just not aware of.
I would very much mirror that. Basically, the basic atheist view is that we don't know. Something started the universe, something happened, but we don't know at this present time. Yeah. But can I just say, please respect the host. That has got to get the the comment of the day.
Is that a Geo?
Yeah, I've got to say that from now. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So it's funny, but it's also kind of obnoxious. I love it. like a Brojo's hype button. You've seen that, right?
Oh yeah.
I suppose everyone else is pretty much solidly in the there's a higher power camp. That would just be me and Jill.
No, I'm there too. It's just
as far as like a higher power. There's got to be some kind of where I look at things like a spherical. Is there's a source of something that feeds everything. Then it makes sense if you're to unplug the refrigerator that you're going to kill the fridge, but the power source goes back to something. Maybe it's something that's always happening, but I don't know. But I think there might be some type of a one emitting, I would say, energy that might cast out.
You said source.
Yeah.
I think
like an energy source or some type of something.
I think there needs to be further clarification on higher power, though. Does that just mean anything that's more powerful than you? Because the sun is more powerful than me. There are lots of things that are more powerful than me. So
Well, specifically, the question addresses the creation of mankind.
Right. I'm not sure
how we came about. The sun did have something to do with that, however, didn't it? So we could go ahead and just worship the sun. I mean, we could.
I think my answer of I don't know is still valid then. Yeah.
It'll always be valid, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's the most honest thing that you could possibly say. Jill has no idea how to do what you just did.
That's more of a truly agnostic position, Wildheart, where you're just saying I don't know, and I mean, to take it one step further and say you're not sure that we can know, that we're able to know. That would be the fully agnostic position.
Everyone's agnostic in reality because nobody really knows, but a lot of people are afraid to not have some sort of answer. Like if you were to, they can't question because then they would worry. They're afraid that they don't know. And there's a lot of agnostics that they're not afraid to not know. They've accepted that they can't know, and they're gonna, as long as they're honest, they'll always be agnostic.
The only possible exception to that is the Gnostics, I know they're a small bunch, but they do claim to have kind of absolute knowledge. I know Tog is one of the Gnostics.
I
So
have
they-
seen a
they
rise
claim
in
to-
I have seen a rise in agnosticism, but it's atheists who are waking up to the reality that they don't know that God does not exist. Good for them.
That's
Yeah,
what
when are the Christians going to catch up?
Well, we can't. We have the knowledge. It's been given to
Th-
us.
Thank you. You just yes, that's exactly the kind of delusion we're
We have
talking about.
knowledge of God because we have a
You have knowledge of a book.
relationship. Yeah.
You have knowledge of a book. That's
A
what you
book?
have.
A book?
Yes, a book.
How long were you a Christian?
Long time.
How many books are in the Bible?
It's 66
Uh-huh.
books.
66
Thank
books,
you.
but that's not. But there's actually more if you consider, different versions. The whole point
You
is,
don't even know what the Bible entails, but okay.
no, who gives a fuck?
All right, so there's 60.
So a bunch of desert nomads scribble in the sand a
and
long time
who are a
ago,
lot
and you want to
smarter than
worship
you,
it.
Who are a lot smarter than you, and they
Why that
all
story
wrote-
and not
they all
another?
wrote they were inspired by God, so that's why there are no contradictions. That's one of the proofs.
Wait.
Bible's
The people that
divine.
wrote the book, testify that they wrote the book with the inspiration of God, and that's not circular.
That's not what I said. Pay attention.
No,
They
that is
they
what.
all wrote. Well, pay attention to what I'm saying instead of
Yeah,
what
go
you're
ahead.
trying to argue or prop up,
Go
so you
ahead.
can knock it down again.
Yeah.
They all wrote inspired by the same God.
Who says?
Independent of each other, most of them
Who
independent
says?
of each other, according to historians.
No.
They didn't live during the same time. So
Who
they had to
says
be
they were
independent of each other.
inspired?
Okay, someone lives in the 1800s.
You're arguing a different
God
point.
wasn't a new idea, though.
Who said they were inspired?
Wrote, but yet not contradicting.
Who
each other.
said they were inspired?
That is evidence.
It's
That
not
is
evidence.
Evidence that it is divinely inspired.
Who made the claim it was inspired?
That's evidence that they're divinely inspired.
No. Listen very carefully.
Property of synergy.
Where does the claim come from that it is inspired?
It's an argument for inspiration.
You are a coward. Can't you just say the writers themselves are saying that God came to me and told me this?
We're saying this.
You're dishonest, you little twerp. Just say it.
After the fact. They're dead. They're not saying anything.
So we're
Jimmy.
guessing.
Their account.
We're reading their account and we're making observations.
No,
and coming
they
to
are
conclusions.
saying. They
It's
are
called the
saying.
scientific method.
Jill, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is it possible that the Bible is internally consistent but is still wrong? Could you write a story that is internally consistent but not true?
Can be internally consistent but not true.
Yeah. There are no contradictions.
That is innuendo. You would have.
He
to
doesn't
demonstrate-
understand what you said. He says innuendo
have
when you
to-
confuse him.
Can I answer the man? Can you control?
And you
yourself?
answer the man. Can you even understand what the question was?
You would have to actually demonstrate that it's false in
He
order for
wants
me to
demonstrations.
not just suggest. Hold on, let me finish answering. Let me finish answering. Not just suggest through innuendo that it could be false.
No, Jill, there is the book called the Bible. You have claimed that because it is internally consistent, therefore that is evidence that it's true. I ask you the question, is it possible for a book to be internally consistent and to be false? The obvious answer is yes. It's not evidence that it's true. Go ahead. Sorry.
Ultimately, it comes down to guessing. Someone guesses what inspiration was.
I'm not
and
arguing that it's
guessing.
internally consistent, therefore true. That's not my argument.
Well,
that's not.
You're not addressing the fact that the authors themselves are claiming inspiration.
No.
In the
That's
stories.
not-
Yes,
that's
they
not my
fucking
argument.
are.
That's not my argument. That's the argument you propped up. That's
No,
not my
okay,
argument.
so you're assuming that we're going to read the Bible and ignore the claims that the authors are making about where their information comes
Of
from,
course
only to
the authors are
check the
making that claim.
consistency, the internal
Of course they're making
consistency
that
for
claim.
validation.
All books make that. All religious books make that claim that we're from God. We're inspired.
That's not what the claim is.
That doesn't
It's not-
prove that. That doesn't even make an argument.
The
for
claim
why
is that
you're
God spoke
being
directly
inspired
to
by
these people or
God.
through
So
an
that's
angel.
not my argument. You could prop that up because you know that that's what all religions make. So you prop that up as an argument to knock it down again. But we don't make that argument.
Can I just apologize for this?
That's 2 comments of the day. That's and nullifies.
They cancel each other out.
Geo Sam did me 2 different inserts. They were
If
2
you'd
different.
like to hear the argument for why we know the Bible is divine, then
Believe, not know.
set up
okay?
a one-on-one.
No, let him
No.
let him go with
be
no.
glad
He doesn't know what the word no
with
means
the
either.
arguments. I'd be glad to. So you don't
Okay,
continue to
so
struggle.
I need to know first what you mean by no.
Have evidence of.
You have
We're
evidence
We're
of
aware of
what?
information. We have the information. We have the information, the observations.
Observations. You've seen the
Yes,
God.
we've made observations
You've
about
seen
the
exactly.
text.
No, we don't care about the text.
Okay,
We don't
we're
care about that.
talking about the text.
Well, you
The
can't use
text
the text
itself-
as evidence. The text is not evidence.
It's either divine, it's either from God, whether you believe in God or not, that's your problem. But those who believe in God have already
So you're saying the text says the thing that's
have
true, so
already
therefore it's
determined
true.
that a God.
That's what he's saying. That's what
And
he's saying.
many of you in here have determined that there is a higher power. So the next step, logically, is what did the higher power say? So the Bible puts
Why
itself
did the higher power have to
into-
say anything? Why were you making that assumption?
I've just muted Jill. If I can just say, that is evidence that I have 1 finger. That is evidence that I have 2 fingers. That is evidence that I have 3 fingers. So are you saying that everything that has evidence you know? Because that's impossible.
You have 10 fingers, you dumb shit.
Yeah, we're aware of what the information we have so far, the information
comes
we've
from?
collected. We are aware of which texts are divinely inspired and which are not.
The ones you don't like or not.
Jill has 1 extra big
Not
finger.
one of the criteria. Do you want to hear the criteria so you don't continue to live in ignorance?
Oh, please share with us where your knowledge comes from.
Okay. One of the arguments for the Bible's divine inspiration is predictive prophecy. The Bible predicts things that happen with 100% accuracy 100% of the time.
What's going to happen in 5 minutes
The
from
reasoning is the Bible didn't predict what would happen in 5 minutes from now.
Convenient, right?
2024. It does predict the fall of Tyre. It predicts a lot of things. So the argument is that only a God that can see.
Jill, I've muted you again. This is so easy. Just because... Stop unmuting yourself. Just because someone predicts something and it comes true in the future, that gives you you still don't know how they predicted it. Even if they did predict it, it doesn't mean that prediction was linked to God.
Right. So if you let me finish the argument, then you would have, that question would have.
No, it's just funnier to me.
So you don't want to hear the answer.
No.
Nobody cares.
Not really.
Set up a
How many
one-on-one.
times could the supposed prediction
Set up a one-on-one, and I'll be
come
able to
true?
answer you.
Okay, we'll have our people contact your people, and we'll set up a one-on-one.
Predictive prophecy. That's the first argument. So if you're going to make an argument against the God of the Bible,
Shush. Just shush for a minute.
make an argument against predict.
I actually want to debate. I actually want you to debate you on a certain topic. Will you agree on this stream to debate me? Is that okay? On whether God is a
challenge.
Yeah. Are you a coward, Jill? Are you going to
Oh my God. The nuts on this guy.
Fighting words.
Jill's not going to be able to run from you now. His ego is far too sensitive to be able to back out of this. You can
even be the moderator. We can have it on your channel. You can be the moderator.
No,
do you agree to the
no.
debate?
You come on, man. Have a unbiased moderator. Come on.
No, I don't care because I win anyway. It's Jill.
You know what? You're right. Everyone hates Jill. You can't find someone that's not biased against Jill.
Yeah. He's actually muted himself. I can't unmute him.
That's fine. He wasn't going to say anything of.
Can I ask something real quick?
Now, when we look at other texts, other holy texts, they
I guess
don't
not.
have.
He didn't even know he was muted. He's just
was talking the whole
time.
Yeah, he was
yammering away.
Quran, for instance, does not have predictive prophecy.
Ah, fuck it. I don't care.
All right, nobody's talking about the Quran. Why are you even bringing that shit up? We're talking about your magic book.
Game over.
Oh, you won. I missed it again. I always miss it when you win.
Congratulations.
Jill, do you agree to the debate? Do you accept the challenge?
Who wants to debate?
Wait, Bloodheart, you just missed it. He debated you. He just beat you.
You want to
you
debate?
didn't
me?
hear him. Game over. He said game over. He just beat you.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he's already challenged you.
He's already got the trophy and my bike. Oh shit!
All right, Jill. He's challenged you formally to a debate about whether God is the savior of all.
God is the, oh, you're on Ace's bandwagon now. I figured you would jump on that one. And universalism is a favorite of the atheists.
Just agree to the fucking debate. It's a one-on-one, not a Jill just walk over. Yeah.
When do you want to debate this? I do believe that God is all in all. By the way, that God will be all in all.
You pick the time and place. I'm easy.
Oh yeah.
We'll do it on my channel.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I'm not
Sober
streaming
wild
live
card.
anymore. I'm only doing one-on-ones until Biden is out of office.
Yeah, we've heard
any more live streams.
You know, he's sober now, Jill. This is not going to be like it was before.
Protesting the Biden administration and their
We know.
women and children.
A bunch of liberals.
So that's an agreement. You agree to the debate.
Yeah, sure. I'll set it up on my channel. I'll let you know when and where.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Cheers.
Yeah, so you you believe all of it. And maybe I'm learning as I'm frequenting this Ace channel that their Bible
That's impossible. You can't learn.
Corrupted. So, and I went on there and challenged them yesterday. Check it out on John 1. And I asked him to pull up his translation on John 1. And
Whip out your John 1.
We see that it's perverted, just like the Jehovah's Witnesses Bible.
Yeah, fuck them.
What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah, their magic book's not as good as your magic book.
You should just consider Joseph Smith the L. Ron Hubbard of his day and nothing.
Well, we
more.
do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was,
and Paul's
out. He was known for his tall tales and being a swindler. So yeah, he's just exactly like that.
Yeah,
L. Ron.
convicted
Relatively smart dude too.
Yeah, convicted con man Joseph Smith.
Yeah, but that's the Mormon. We're talking about Taze Russell, whatever.
And how did they determine that he was such? Because they had the word of God.
No, because
he got busted.
Criminal record.
Yeah, he got busted in fraud over and over again.
Before he picked up the Bible, he had a criminal record. He tried that with the Bible, but we were able to determine that because we had the Bible.
Hold on, wait. We were able to.
Christians, yeah. Christians. It was unfortunately it was Christians who stormed his house. but Christians, when he took the Bible and started perverting it, that's when they said that's enough. When he was perverting you,
wait a minute. They said it or we said it? Didn't we say it?
Really care because that's what you guys are about. Just look at your Congress.
I just need you to stick into one persona. Were you involved in this or not?
When he started perverting the word of God, that's when the town came against him.
Were you there?
Wound up killing him. He died in a mob of people, of Christians,
like a violent orgy.
We've got a question from the side chat. Who does the
don't mess with the word of God? That's the lesson you learned. That Joseph.
Josh, don't make me meet you again.
Richard Madsen needs to pay attention.
Jill, who does the panel believe wrote the Bible?
Who does what?
Good question. Who does the panel believe wrote the Bible? If I can give my answer first, men wrote the Bible.
Yes, the Bible says men wrote the Bible. Good job. You were reading the Bible.
I would even go as far as to say Hebes did, a bunch of Hebrews.
Yes, the Bible says that men wrote the Bible. Good job. You did learn something in your 17 years.
Is it magic? Is that book magic?
It's magic.
Yeah. Did men imbue it with magic powers?
What is magic? What is that?
I don't know. I mean, talking snakes, parting seas.
Supernatural events. Yes, there are supernatural events in the Bible.
So, okay, yeah, but is the book itself supernatural?
Supernatural meaning that it's inspired. God
is that a yes or no?
To write. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
how do we determine whether a book is supernatural? By proving the supernatural exists? No.
I'm asking about the claim. You can't prove it. You can't prove it.
So how do we prove? What's the only way?
No one's asking you to. No
The
one's
only
asking.
way we could
Calm
prove
down.
it is if the book does something
Yeah.
that is not naturally possible.
Okay, good.
It's not naturally possible to predict events.
I know
that
it's super
happen
duper magical.
with 100% accuracy 100% of the time. That's not natural.
Abracadabra.
Makes it.
That's not natural. You may get some things right. You may get the lotto. You may hit the lotto once. But if you hit the lotto 100% of the time, that's not natural. Somebody's cheating. Somebody's cheating. Somebody
so that
has
was a
some
big
inside
yes.
information here. Somebody
So
has
the-
some inside information.
So to my question, that's
from
a yes.
secular perspective, we understand that if someone is doing inside trading and they keep hitting,
Yeah.
we do an investigation because
There you
there's
go.
something wrong here. This doesn't happen naturally. As far as the statistics of mathematics is concerned, the science of
Jill,
math says
Jill.
that this is not normative. People
I
don't.
agree with everything you're about to say. Now listen.
Okay, so that's
did
an
you
argument for the Bible.
Did you say yes to my question? Did you just say yes in the longest possible way? Did you say yes to my question?
So I just muted him. So.
Oh, don't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I really need to know.
Backstage.
So, with all of that you said there, was that a way of saying yes? It's a supernatural book. Can you confirm that I am accurately understanding that that was a yes? You answered in the affirmative that that is a supernatural book, right, Jill?
By the way, Jill is not muted now. He's free to speak. He seems to be ignoring you for some reason.
No, he's got a Krispy Kreme thing going on.
So it was written by men inspired by God, but how do we know that those men all had pure inspiration, pure ability to process the inspiration, and pure motivation for when they actually wrote it down? What if one of them was like mentally sort of compromised, and he got the inspiration on one side coming in okay, but what came through was not right because he's not wired right. You know?
Burn the witch, burn her.
That's a good point. How do we determine whether it was divine intervention, divine inspiration, or mental illness? Is there like a objective test that we can? How do you tell?
Yeah, we can. We can. All right. So, how would you feel about a God that gave you a message that said, for the next 365 days, I want you to cook your food over your own shit?
Yeah.
Would you say, hey, that sounds like someone who's really just fucking lost their faculties?
Or that's the creator of the universe, by golly.
Yeah, that's the other option. Yeah, that's the other option.
Really quick, Wildheart. Wildheart, you got somebody in the backstage came in twice. I don't know if you know them or not, or you noticed.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know who they are, so I don't want to, let anybody in that.
Yeah, no, it's gone down to, and I'm using a shit controller, so just give me 1 second. Oh yeah, Rant, he's okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Welcome, Rant. Good to see you.
Yo. I heard we was talking about God.
Indeed. Yes. True.
Specifically Yahweh, the Old Testament toddler.
So I mean, if you get into like specific Yahweh and shit, you know what I mean? Like we don't really see that being as very godly. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to define what a God is at this point, because Jill suggests that this God is always with you, even when you poop.
So essentially, God would be the creator of all things, like in the sense that I'm using the term God. But if you're going by the Hebrew Bible, the word God can mean a multiple amounts of things. It could mean Elohim, where they use the word God, which means gods, plural, but meaning mighty beings. Doesn't necessarily mean the creators of the universe or anything like that. It's just referring
You're
to
going to
mighty
bring the
ones.
wrath of Jill down on you. That's what you're about to do, Rand.
I don't think Jill could bring the wrath down. Jill would have to understand the Hebrew, and I'm not saying anything that's not true.
Bazinga.
I still don't have my wrench. What's going on?
He doesn't understand English, Jill. He no chance with
Is this more innuendo from the left? Do I have to crush? It's too early in the morning.
Yes. This liberal here is talking to you about God.
Too early in the morning.
I actually came to help you, Jill.
Hard
but,
evidence, and I'll talk to you.
You know, I came to help you out because you
I'm
seem
with
to
some hard
lack
evidence.
knowledge.
You'll impress me.
No, I'm saying you seem to lack knowledge to be able to even defend your own, faith.
What is it
And I'm going to help you.
You wanted to say? What is it that you want me to defend? Go ahead.
Well, I actually wanted to help you if you're paying attention to what I'm saying.
Sure. Go ahead. What is it that you're...
So you got these people on here that are demanding proof, right? Of something you can't prove.
Music is proof enough for some. So, yeah.
Right, what I'm saying is, like, you can't... Look, at the end of the day, if someone tells me, yo, prove God exists, I can't prove God exists. That's not possible, right? Because we're sitting here existing in a physical reality.
Exactly.
You want me to prove something exists that is not currently
Exactly
right, residing in this physical reality.
Yeah, exactly what I just said 10 minutes ago, right?
So here's what I'm saying.
How does God do it? God does it by predicting the future, because the future is an actual event in actual space and time. So because God is, like you said, he is immutable, and also does not change, but he is invisible and he cannot be detected through science. So what he does is he predicts the future in your world so that you know that he's real. Perfect.
I mean, that's a good explanation.
I couldn't have thought of a better I couldn't have thought of a
Jill,
better way to prove myself.
You got to realize that you're not going to convince anybody on this panel with that argument.
No, I'm not trying to.
You have to use mechanisms that they could understand. For example, right?
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you scoffing about? You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's just we it's more about what Jill's gonna do as well. So please don't let us stop you from what Jill's about to do to himself.
No, I agree. God is saying wisdom is not dumb enough to say, hey, I have to show myself in a test tube to prove I exist.
I'm just saying, Jill, you gotta come about this in a more intellectual way, and that's how you get your point across. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're actually trying to do the good work out here and you want to convince these people of the truth, right, of God, right, then you should probably approach this in a way that's going to be conducive to doing so.
As long as I don't violate what Christ taught by doing that.
Well, I mean, Christ didn't just go on panels and drop little tidbits of information and expect people to believe him.
Okay, here's what Christ did. And here's what he told those what did Christ tell those who are looking for a sign to prove God exists? What did he tell them?
He said, yo, they're only going to get the sign of fucking Nineveh.
Resurrection. Right? Amen. So the only sign, the only proof these people will get is resurrection. If they reject resurrection, then that's between them and God.
I mean, can't prove resurrection. Right?
True.
The sign of Nineveh wasn't resurrection.
So, no, the sign of Jonah.
It was a sign of
the only sign they will receive is the sign of Jonah, meaning his resurrection. So we have minimal facts of resurrection. If they reject the minimal facts and try to come up with some excuse like, oh, mass hallucinations, which is ridiculous, which they would never argue, which they would never argue for any other claim. They would never argue, oh, they had mass hallucinations.
When was Jonah resurrected?
When it comes to the minimal facts,
I'm stuck on this for a second. When was Jonah resurrected?
Okay. All right. So that's the only evidence they will get. So
you haven't answered the question, my dude.
I'm not in any position. I'm answering your first question. So I'm not in any position to prove to them or to provide any proof to them.
But you answered my question with something that I can't possibly verify.
He would provide.
Like, you answered my question with a response that wasn't valid.
Them outside of what Jesus.
Jill, take a breath, man.
You want me to accept your invalid response in lieu of answering my question with it? I don't understand.
There you go. So I'm not greater than Jesus. If Jesus says that's the only proof they will get, that's the only proof I'm giving.
But yo, Jill, that's not what Jesus did. He didn't just walk around and tell people, you're only getting proof of Jonah and just keep walking.
Yeah, he did.
That's not. No, he didn't. He told them things. He told them parables. He broke things down. He didn't just say, you're only getting the sign of fucking Jonah. And
why did he speak in parables? Do you pay
attention? Because he spoke in parables because you can't convey the truth to people who don't understand it. You have to speak in imagination, and they're more easy to receive it.
Right. So if I have someone who's willing to receive it, then they speak in parables, they understand.
These people have been deceived, Jill. It's not their fault. They're ignorant. Okay. What do you want them to do? They don't know any better. You got to teach them. You can't just tell them, hey, Jonah's coming, bro. Fuck you, and roll out. Like, it doesn't work.
It is your fault.
Look, Here's
Look,
what it
when
is.
we give
right?
them
Let me-
the arguments,
Let me demonstrate
give us
something for you, Joe.
innuendo.
Can
That's
I
their fault.
perform a demonstration?
That's their
Okay.
fault.
Who here does not believe in God?
They'll be judged for that.
Okay, we got one guy doesn't believe in God. Anybody else? Everybody else believes in God here.
In
Almighty-
a God or
Not-
God, yes.
Listen,
not
we
Yahweh.
can't say a
Not-
God. You know what I mean?
Not the Bible God.
Yeah,
All right,
not
so
Yahweh.
do you believe in Satan? Like, what are you
No.
worshiping here?
Not worshiping.
No, I'm not worshiping Satan.
So you worship the creator of all things.
The source.
Creator
I
of
don't
all things,
worship
Doug.
It doesn't need my worship.
Okay,
Right.
but you believe in the creator of all things, right? Like,
Yeah.
And I believe in a creator. I don't know
Okay.
if it's the creator of all things that you're thinking of because you have a biblical sort of slant to your thinking. So I don't
That's
know
an
if we're imagining
assumption,
the same
actually.
thing.
Okay, we'll just
Okay.
we'll
You're
just leave it
assuming
where
that.
it's at. You
Okay.
can just take it from where it's at. We believe in a possible source, deity, or deities.
You don't even know if you believe in it. You believe it's possible.
Right.
Agnostic.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't believe in a creator, but if you had proof, you would.
No. You're Gnostic. You're implying knowledge. I don't have knowledge of it.
Agnostic, without
Right.
knowledge.
Listen. That's
So
what
you
I'm
don't
saying.
believe in the
When
creator without knowledge.
belief and knowledge are not the same thing.
What I'm saying is you don't believe in a creator without having knowledge of it.
What did I say? I believe in a creator, a source being.
So you believe in a God.
At least
essentially.
one. At least one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and you can't prove it, right?
Right.
So how could you expect him to prove it?
Didn't ask him to. Don't expect him to. Just want him to be honest and admit he can't prove it.
Why is he trying to defend that he can't prove it if you can't prove it?
I don't know. It's just what he does.
It's like he's defending a point that's not even there.
Oh, welcome. Have you met him before?
No, I haven't.
Atheists are dishonest
Jill,
in every single way.
Jot down a little note about.
In every single way.
I don't know what you're saying, Jill.
That's dishonest.
That's okay. He doesn't either.
What is
That's a double
dishonesty?
standard. It's a double standard that he has.
What is a double standard?
You don't know what a double standard is? Let me
I'm
look.
saying, what are you referring to as the double standard?
The double standard is that
specifically in this situation.
he believes in a God. He believes a God exists. He has no evidence for it.
Mhm.
And then I believe a God exists. I have no evidence for it. I can't have any evidence for it because he has no evidence for it. So maybe it's not a double standard.
Wow, Jill, have you just
Protecting
admitted?
his
consistent.
No. Let me get this sentence out. Jill, have you just admitted that you believe in a God, but you have absolutely no evidence that that God exists?
No, I do have evidence. He's projecting that onto us because he's clueless as to what his made-up God is
Jill.
about, or evidence of his God.
Jill, I can feel
Jill.
God, right? I can know that God exists, but there's no way to actually prove it. If we were able to prove it, we wouldn't have atheists.
That's my argument.
Your argument is wrong. It's
That's
not even
no,
it's
that is
wrong
exactly
in
my argument.
syntax.
So how can it be wrong? So then you're
it's
wrong.
not wrong. Like the point isn't wrong. The syntax of the words are wrong.
That's
Like,
my argument. My argument
It's like
is
if I formed a sentence that was
they
like
can't-
dog,
they cannot
toilet,
prove God and they test it.
cucumber
That's my
tree.
argument. That's been
This
my argument
isn't a
for 7
fucking
years on
sentence.
YouTube. So
Your argument is not an argument,
Steve.
is what I'm saying.
Can I just mute? No, can I just mute Jill? Just speak one at a time.
It's like you
made
just
this
simply
argument on
lack
YouTube for
Jill.
7 years.
Jill, you simply lack the understanding of the word evidence and proof.
We made this argument on YouTube for 7 years. So
Well, you've been
not-
making an argument that is wrong in syntax for 7 years and still
Wrong
haven't
in
realized
syntax.
that.
What does that even mean? Wrong in syntax.
It means that you've constructed
is-
your argument in a way that is an error.
Okay, show me how. I
Okay.
said I agreed with what you just said.
So here's
Okay,
what
that
it is.
requires
You're-
listening, though, Jill. You have to listen if he's going to show you how.
You're saying you could prove that God exists.
Never
and you have
said
evidence.
that. So again, you start off with a straw
Well,
man.
that's what you
Never
said. No,
I
you
said
literally said that.
I cannot prove to anyone or convince anyone. I can provide arguments.
You said
That's
there's
what I do.
evidence. You
And
said there's
evidence. Yes,
evidence.
there is evidence. Whether
What
or
is the
not that
evidence?
is convincing to you,
What is the
it's
evidence?
not my concern.
But what is the evidence?
The evidence is, again, one of the evidences, and we're talking about the Bible's divine inspiration. So if you want arguments from God, then we can get into tag and we can get into the the arguments for the existence of a God or of a first cause or first
You need
cause.
you need factual information,
Okay?
a
We're
collection
beyond
of it
that.
in order to
Everybody
prove
in here
evidence.
already believes that there is a first mover. So we're beyond that.
Now we're
we're
getting
trying
into
to
first
determine, can I
mover. Where
finish
does
my point
this?
before you
But
start
what is
talking?
that term
Okay,
even?
I'll mute myself and
You're
let you
saying
talk. I'll
words,
mute
the
myself
first
and let you talk.
mover.
And
What
I'll
does that
mute
mean
you.
to you? I have to clarify. You got to understand, Jill. If you're going to say shit, right, that nobody else understands, we have to ask you what the fuck you're talking about. Otherwise, we don't know what you're saying. And if we just let you ramble on for 10 minutes about shit we have no understanding of, then how can we properly address it?
Oh, humility. Nice, Joe. Or did you just walk away?
Yeah, he just walked away. I think there's no chance Jill has got humility. Not a chance in that.
All right, well, tell us more, Rant.
Bro, I've never really experienced too many people that in one hand are trying to humble themselves in truth before God, and in the other hand are lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce.
Just lost in the sauce, bro.
That's a lyric to something. Yeah.
It's just like, yo, I mean...
But Rant, if you don't want to get angry or get upset, I would advise just ignoring Jill completely.
So
no, please don't do that to me, Wildheart. I'm so loving what Jill's doing to a fellow Christian, that cannibalism that he does so well. Dude came in here to try and help him out, and they've been steady slugging.
He immediately started arguing.
That magic book he's got, boy, that's a doozy.
I mean, this is kind of the issue when you worship a book as God.
Yeah, so when you were talking about like who believes in a god or gods, and then you immediately went to the Satan thing. I'm curious as to why, if we don't believe in the Bible God, why you would bring up Satan.
The main reason why I brought that up is because usually people that are evasive that I've dealt with, that are evading who their God is, you know, it's like, do you believe in the God creator of all universe? Like, well, I believe in a God. You know what I mean? They won't necessarily tell you who that God is. And a lot of these people end up being, you know, oh, well, it's Lucifer's my God. You know what I mean? So I just threw it out there to see.
But Lucifer's a different character than Satan. You'd admit that, right?
Well, Lucifer is, you know, essentially the light bearer, right? But Satan, the word, just means the
adversary.
enemy, the adversary, right?
Yeah.
Hashatan, the adversary. So, yeah, it means it would encompass Lucifer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends. Again, I don't want to. We're not talking about Lucifer directly. You just said the adversary, and I'm cool with that. Now let's just go back to this God, because I haven't heard whether you're Armenian or Calvinist or whatever. But do you think that the God created the adversary with that behavior in mind for him to do?
So
to be his enemy.
So God created mankind, right? But he didn't create mankind to be evil. He created mankind with free will.
Okay, so when did the evil happen? When did that happen?
It happened in the garden.
All right, so this garden, this was kind of a set apart special place for man to inhabit. It was pretty safe, right? Like the animals weren't killing him, right?
In Sumeria, they referred to these walled-in cities as Edens. So these were the garden. This was the garden.
So a city, then it's a city, but in the city, there's these fruit trees.
For a lot of people, it's hard to understand the Bible because they're reading it as a literal, you know, historical event, and it's allegory.
All right, so there was no. We're not going to put that fruit tree thing in there. Then
I mean, I honestly believe that the tree of the tree, right, of the knowledge of good and evil. I believe that the fruit was mankind wanting to know good and evil, becoming physical beings in order to do so.
Yeah. So he wanted to get to know, he didn't know them, but he wanted to get to know them. He wanted to learn about his creation.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say that mankind already existed as immortal spiritual beings. And mankind wanted to be like God, knowing good and evil. We did not know. And so in order to do so, we had to experience being physical, experiencing pain, suffering, love, envy, you know, all these different physical things that because you can't kidnap a spirit. You
Okay, but
can't
now we're
rob a
talking
spirit.
about a different realm. We're not even talking about the earth. Eden
But we
isn't.
are talking about the earth.
Well, when does spiritual things have okay material residences? What is? I don't understand.
So Eden, right?
City.
Eden was a city in Sumeria, but at the same time, it's being used because you have to understand the way we get the Bible, right? They claim it was oral tradition up until Cyrus the Great had essentially Jewish scribes as slaves in the libraries,
Persia, right?
in the libraries of Babylon.
Yeah. Okay.
And these scribes compiled an amalgamation of Sumerian and Babylonian text, writing themselves in as the chosen people.
This would have been during the captivity, though.
This was during captivity, correct? Right
Okay, yeah, all
before
right.
their release. And so they create the Bible, they write themselves into it, they show it to King Cyrus, which convinces him to release them. Okay. They're like,
Yep.
yo, look, you're in the text, right?
They tricked him.
They just made this text in the library using quote unquote oral tradition of the entire fucking Hebrew Torah that they somehow remembered. Okay.
Did Jill get a concussion? Because this is normally where he blows gaskets, because that sounds like liberal scholarship.
He must be teaching a class or something. Yeah.
So
he's mopping the gym.
My point is that, look, I personally have followed the Old Testament as if it were my religion at one point. I embodied it. What I discovered was that this was not created by God. By practicing it, by practicing the old school, the
Now,
Old Testament.
break that
religion,
down.
613 laws.
Okay, for a legalist is what you were saying. When you embodied it, like you took the
I
burden
embodied it
on yourself.
Yeah, I put fringes on my clothes, blue ribbons, started blowing ram horns, observing feasts.
The
You know what I'm saying?
shofar.
I was considering burning my neighboring cities that were in idolatry.
Wow.
And that's when I started, thinking, wait a minute. What is this about here? I got to put a hoop in my daughter's ear and sell her into slavery. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit in there that you start reading and you're like, I don't know about all this. This doesn't sound very godlike.
If I could stop you just for a second. Jill, you're in the room. If you're going to make an accusation about the man, have the nuts to do it without doing it in the side chat. That's just weak, man.
Bro, you're on the panel.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Yeah, and Jill, yeah, I have given you a wrench against my best judgment.
He's safe. He is.
You gave me a wrench, Walhart.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna regret that.
Now, Jill, I got a question. Rant over here is saying things that I would, when I say them, you pipe up and start attacking me for liberal scholarship. But is it because he's still a Christian? You're not making those accusations?
I don't know that he's a Christian.
Oh,
I haven't spoken to
Jill,
him.
you don't even know if you're a Christian.
Who is Jesus Christ?
The Son of God.
What does that mean, the Son of God?
It means that's what he said he was.
Who is Jesus Christ? Ontologically, who is Jesus Christ?
He said, I am the Son of Man, I am the Son of God. That's
is
what
he
said.
God? Is he a man, or is he an angel, or is he a beast?
He's the Son of God.
All right, answer the question. These
He's
are your
the
choices.
offspring of God. Is there
he's
any
not
other
a
way to
Christian.
say
I
this?
just proved it. I told you I had suspicions. Now I know it.
You're
Who is
actually
God?
not a Christian.
Is he God?
You're an
okay. Who is
idolater.
Jesus Christ? I'm
Do you know
asking
what
you a
an
simple question. I'm
idolater
giving
is?
you 4 pieces.
You are
Okay,
an
if you think
idolater,
there's a
my
fifth
boy.
one, let me know.
He has
Who
one
is
answer
Jesus
at
Christ?
time.
Is he God?
How many
Yahweh?
questions are you going to ask me
Is
before
he
you let me
Yahweh?
answer them?
Okay, can you
I
pay
told
attention?
you. I
All right,
told you.
I'll mute.
I'll tell you again.
apologize, Jill.
I'll
Just
mute him back and when he's ready to answer.
I told you, I'll tell you again. Jesus is God's son. This is what he said, right? And I'm assuming you believe Jesus is God, which is a fallacy. And it is actually idolatry. Jesus himself told you, do not worship me, worship the Father only.
Can just I muted Jill, so he might not have realised that he's muted. Because he'll just be talking to himself for the next 20 minutes.
We can go back and forth in an intellectual conversation. I'm very knowledgeable on this topic.
But you did ask the same question about 4 times, and it was just
wait. We
I
can have.
I answered it.
No, we can have an intelligent conversation. Jill cannot.
That is way beyond Jill's
The problem is, if you mute him, it seems like we're being biased towards his stance.
Okay, yeah. Don't mute him anymore. Don't mute him anymore, Wildheart. Let him find out for himself. Let it roll.
All right. but he just talks over everyone. Like you never get a word in edgewise.
Don't
It's
worry,
kind
I'll just scream right over him, bro.
fair enough. But you know, he does say in the side chat, "I'll be right back." Hopefully, our Christian here is ready to answer. I find that ironic, given that you just asked him the same question 4
And
times.
told it.
before.
He's
And
going to Google how to defend the Trinity. But he's going to be disappointed because I literally can destroy the Trinity easily with
Oh,
the
now
words
you
of
have done
Jesus.
it. You're going to bring the
Ah.
praise team in here, and
No.
We should
Oh.
introduce this guy to Ace if he doesn't know.
The Trinity is fucking nonsense, bro. It was
Yeah.
created by the Vatican fucking during
Okay.
the times of
Okay.
Constantine. They didn't even accept
Hold
it
on.
until 300 AD.
I agree with everything. I grant you everything. Okay, now I need to ask a very fundamental question to if he's going to ever meet Ace. I need to ask what must a man do to be saved?
A man must die as a man and believe what Jesus Christ told him.
Okay, all right. So then belief. There is a requirement that man must believe something, or God won't save him.
It's like this, right? My understanding of what Jesus was doing is a lot different from what other people believe he was doing. I believe Jesus's mission was to bring the truth because I believe our world had been corrupted and we lack the ability to even obtain the truth due to the overwhelming amount of information. So essentially there was systems, and I can get really deep into this, but there were systems set up all the way back in Sumeria, right? And this is related to the occult, ancient fucking technology, ancient civilizations, the gods ruling over man,
Yep,
Nephilim,
yep.
all of it.
Totally
we can
with
go
you.
all the way deep. But
Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Jesus was coming here essentially to break down a simple point, which is why I disagree with what Jill is saying, because he's kind of fallen into the fucking Christian Goyim theology.
All right. Well,
where-
let me stop you because you did answer my question, but it was actually a part of a chain here. So, if a man must believe to be saved, okay, then Jesus didn't die for everyone. He only died for those who were gifted enough to have the amount of faith necessary to believe in him, especially in current modern times when we don't have anything close to what we would call reliable evidence.
So I don't think everyone that ever died, right, the requirement was to believe in Jesus. That would be retarded. I believe, like even he said, not everyone needs to be saved. I want to put that out first off the bat. Not everyone needs to be saved. That it wasn't always a requirement. We're coming up into a period of time where humanity is going to be offered, right, immortality in the physical through technology. If mankind accepts this, right, they are essentially signing themselves over to a hell, right? And by bringing the truth to the world, if you can understand it, right, and you could seek the truth, you could avoid making the wrong decisions that you can't see the outcome of by believing that Jesus did have the truth and brought it and that he wasn't lying. Because if you believe he was lying and there is no spiritual afterlife, right, then you'd be more inclined to take the technology.
Wait. It's not a matter of believing that he was lying. It's knowing whether he said any of the things attributed to him by those men that were scribbling in their scrolls.
Yeah, muddiness when it comes to obtaining what actually happened, because when we look at the source texts, we don't really have any appearing, and these are only fragments in 60 AD, but 100 AD is when we really start to see full text documents of what they later compiled to be the Textus Receptus under Erasmus. Now, there's also books that were included in that collection that Erasmus was objecting to, and the populace essentially forced Erasmus by sheer demand to include books like Revelation in the New Testament. So there's definitely a lot of fuckery going on. However, what I can tell you is when we really examine the red letters of what Jesus supposedly did say, it remains true. Everything he has said that we can verify so far. There are things that he has said that would come in the future that have not happened. But everything up until that point was true. You know, if we examine the things that were purported to happen, that could be falsified. But if he says something like, you know, the best way to live, right, is to be a good person, to love God and love people. Essentially, that was his standard. You know, the golden rule is to treat others the way you would like to be treated. You know, the things he spoke of hold water. They have, you know, they have enabled me to become a better person and, you know, change myself from a physical body that was operating like an animal into a conscious being that had overcome its biology through conscious will.
And so all you had to do is believe in something.
It's not that I just had to believe in something. I had to actually seek the truth humbly.
What does that mean? Being willing to admit you don't know something, or
So,
when?
There's plenty of people in the United States, right, that consider
what I'm
themselves Christian. They believe in Jesus. They read the Bible occasionally. They go to church every Sunday. I don't think a lot of these people are saved because the way that they live their life, the way that they live their life is wrong, according to the Bible that they claim to hold themselves accountable to.
You mean they're going to go to hell?
Are you ready to answer?
I mean
don't
that
have
they're
much time.
hypocrites.
Oh, Jill's back. I'll be
Are
quiet.
you ready to answer the question?
I mean, they're
R-A-N-T?
hypocrites.
R-A-N-T,
Jill, did you
are
get
ready
your
to answer?
Google pulled up? Let's go. What do you got?
Who do you say Jesus is? Is he God? Is he Yahweh? As
God's
he claims?
son.
Is he Yahweh? As he
God's
claims?
son.
Okay, can I finish my question? Then you can answer. What are
How
you
many-
afraid of?
how many parts
What are
of-
you
are there
afraid
to the
of, sir?
question?
What are you
You
afraid of?
asked me,
I'm giving
is
you
Jesus
I'm giving
God's
it's a
son?
multiple choice. I'm giving you the multiple choice. Can I give you the multiple choices?
You don't get to give me
Okay.
multiple choices. You're
Yeah, I
asking me
do,
about
because
my
it's my
beliefs.
question,
My
and you're
beliefs don't
afraid.
fit in. What do you
And
mean
you're
it's your
afraid.
question?
If there's a
You're giving me a
other,
multiple choice about
if
what I
there's an
believe. What if I
other,
said,
then
do you
say
believe in
other.
Krishna, Muhammad?
All right,
or
let's hear it.
fucking
If there is
Hold
an
on,
other,
let's hear it.
and then say other.
Okay, Rand.
If there is
Okay,
an
Rand.
other, then say other.
Go ahead.
Is Jesus A? Is he Yahweh as he claims? B? Is he a human, mere human? C? Is he an angel? Or D? Is he some other sort of beast? Go ahead and answer.
Can I suggest that
Or
might,
other, some other thing.
that might be a false dichotomy, or a false.
Okay, then he can say other than that. He can say
He said
other.
son of God.
Other. You're not a
Other.
Christian.
Well, you're not a Christian.
You're not a Christian.
There we go.
You're
Point
not a
fingers. I
Christian.
love it.
You don't hold the Christian doctrine. Christian doctrine teaches that Jesus is Yahweh.
Show me where.
Okay?
Show me
And
where.
Jesus himself says that he's
Quote
Yahweh.
it. Quote the verse. Pull it
Yeah,
out.
sure.
Whip out that Bible.
John chapter 8. Before Abraham was, I am.
There it
He
is. It
uttered
says
the
Yahweh
word-
right there. It said
He uttered
Yahweh.
the words, the Greek equivalent of what was uttered in Exodus chapter 3 out of the burning bush. So Jesus claims to be the I am of the burning bush. Who is
So the
Yahweh.
burning bush was Yahweh?
Yes.
I thought no one had ever seen Yahweh before.
Except the sun.
Well, Moses is not the sun.
Keep reading. No, Moses saw the backside of
No, he saw a burning bush.
No,
the
is
burning
Yahweh
bush, the
God?
burning bush was not God's glory.
So wait a
or
minute.
his
Hold on.
glory.
Hold on. This is where it gets important.
John
Is
8:58.
Yahweh God?
Yahweh is God, yes.
Okay, so explain this to me. When Jesus is instructing the apostles on how to pray, right? And he says, Our Father, who art in heaven. Who is the Father in heaven that he is praying to if he is the Father in heaven?
Yahweh is the Father in heaven.
Okay, so why does Jesus refer to him as his God when he says your God and my God?
Because the Father.
Your Father and my Father.
Okay, you done?
When
Okay,
he's on the cross.
Jill
and
talks
he's-
about
he's
himself in the
asking-
third
How many
person
que-
too.
Are you asking me a question that I can answer, or are you just ranting? If you're just
No, I know,
ranting,
I
go
know,
ahead.
I
I'll
know you
mute.
can't answer it.
Okay, then let me answer it, and I'll
Go
show
ahead.
you that I can.
Go ahead.
You asked me one question about why the Son says to the Father and calls the Father God.
Right.
Because that is the relationship they have, the triune relationship. The Father also calls the Son God in Hebrews chapter 1. So they both call each other God. That's why we believe they're both God.
So God
Any-
calls
next?
the Son God.
The Father calls the Son God. Yes.
So when Jesus is on the cross and he
Positive
speaks out in
self-talk.
Aramaic, right? And he says, Eli,
My God,
Eli, lama
my God.
sabachthani.
Yes, the
right?
Son calls the Father God, and the Father calls the Son God. Both
He's
are
saying, "My God,
occurring.
my God, why had
Why
thou
are you
forsaken me?"
ignoring the
Wait, the
second
father,
part?
the father calls
Why
the
are you
son God.
ignoring the second argument? The argument
So,
is that
are
they
you
both
saying
call
the
each other
same
God.
thing? Are you saying they're the same
You're
thing,
done. He's done.
or are they separate?
He's done. He's
I'm
ignoring
done.
arguments. When you start ignoring arguments, you're
He's
done.
asking
What
you a
what
question.
The
is the
argument
argument?
is that they both call each other God. The Son calls
I
the
don't
Father
agree
God,
with your
and
argument.
the Father calls the Son God. What
I
is
don't
your
agree.
counter argument,
I don't
sir?
agree with your
You don't
argument.
agree with that.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. You don't
because
agree with it. You're
you
not a
cannot
Christian.
you
You're
cannot
not a
provide a verse where the
Hebrews
Father
1.
calls the Son
Hebrews 1, the
God.
Father
Okay,
said, let
okay,
me read it
guys.
to you. Let me
Okay,
read it
hold
to
on,
you.
hold on.
Tell me Hebrews 1.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
read it to you for you. All right, because you've
Because the
never read
Jews,
this,
because the
obviously.
Jews obviously believe in
Because
Jesus.
you've never read this, obviously.
Tell me about it. Tell me about
You've
it.
never read this, obviously. All you have is
Oh,
innuendo.
okay.
Go
Bring it out.
research
Bring it out.
some more liberal scholarship. That
Yeah,
might
yeah.
help.
Bring out the
So
verse. I'm
here's
waiting.
Hebrews 1. Okay. Let me
Hebrews 1.
see. Long ago, at many times, in many ways, God spoke to our fathers. Let me get to the part where I'll be right back.
Okay, I got a question. I got
He's
a
got to
question.
go read on how this
Yeah,
verse actually means that Jesus was called God by God.
Okay, Rant.
He doesn't even know.
Rant, does the Father ever worship the Son, or is it kind of like an unbalanced relationship?
The Father doesn't worship the Son. The Son worships the Father. The
Oh,
Son
okay.
is not the Father.
Right. So do you have, because that's what I would ask Jill if I were you, because he can
got
show
this
it going one way,
crazy-
he just can't show it going the other way.
They got this crazy idea that there's a Trinity, but you don't find the word Trinity in the damn Bible, not once.
No, I know
And
that.
the apostles, when they were out teaching and being confronted with all different kinds of beliefs, you never see them defending the Trinity
That's why I
because they
left the
were a
church.
monotheistic religion that never believed in a fucking Trinity until 325 AD.
Can I just say there is actually one passage in the Bible that explicitly explains the Trinity.
You mean when the baptism of Jesus,
I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but yeah.
where they're all seen at the same time?
Yeah, it kind of explains how the Trinity works, but it's just one passage in the Bible.
It really doesn't explain it, though. It says that there's a dove fucking above his head. Like, but this isn't explaining a Trinity.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of stuff in there that would have to be a really awkward conversation with Jesus, because a lot of the stuff that Jesus is being like attributed to having done, no one was witness to. No one was witness to his temptation on the mountain, which means he had to pass on that story, or someone made it up. Or just like his, my God, why have you forsaken me moment? Who was there when he's sweating blood in the garden, right? Who's there? Everybody was asleep.
Even better.
The Garden of Gethsemane.
Even better, yo.
The disciples were asleep.
When he says, I don't know the day or the hour, only the Father knows, right? When they refer to Jesus as good, he says, no man is good. Only the Father that's in heaven is good.
Yeah,
Why do
he
you refer to
definitely was
me as
not.
good?
He doesn't call himself God at all. They use
He
the I
says
am
the
thing.
Father is greater than I. You understand? He tells you the Father is greater than him. How can he be greater than himself?
That's right, Jill.
It's just
Jill,
insane.
wake up, Jill.
And people don't realize when you worship something, right, that's not God, the one God, as God, even if you try to conflate it in your head as some kind of crazy fucking Trinity idea and make three things into one thing so you could be a monotheist still instead of a polytheist.
You're an idolater.
You're in idolatry.
Yes.
That's
All right,
the reality.
So, now, what's the punishment for idolatry? What happened?
Fucking death, bro.
Okay, so that's your God.
That's
right? That's your God. Yeah, that's your God.
So, let
He's
me
a
get
prick.
this straight.
That's not necessarily my God, but that's
Well,
a
he's a prick.
punishment by the Bible for idolatry.
Well, those guys are pricks. The ones that wrote
So
that
let me
shit.
get this straight. If you worship a false idol, then that is punishable by death. Just to be clear.
No, this is eternal death, right? This is
we're
not.
talking, this is like if you look in the old school law, like as far as Jesus goes, right? As far as Jesus goes, he basically put out the 10 commandments, and a part of that is don't have any gods before me. Now, the word gods, this is where people get fucked up, is in the title of God and considering it a name. The word gods meant mighty ones. It always has. In the Bible, when you read in Genesis and it says God created the heavens and the earth, that word is Elohim, which means gods, but plural. Multiple gods, multiple mighty beings create the heavens and the earth.
Yeah.
They do this under the instruction of the Almighty God. You understand? And what I'm saying is when people see that word God, they are worshiping, right? They are worshiping the fucking framers and the electricians and the plumbers, and they're not worshiping the designer of the building. And this is what it is to worship false gods. You see?
There's actually quite a few passages in the Bible when it says we created them in our image. When it just
let us make man in our image.
Let us plural create them in our plural image.
So now this is the beautiful
That doesn't
thing
sound
about
like
it.
Trinity to me. That sounds just like plural.
Yeah.
This look now I'll sit here and say this can support the Trinity, but I don't believe it does.
Not exclusively. It's not. It doesn't point at three.
Like what we see is that Jesus claims, all right, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father, right? So we can assume that Jesus is made in God's image as well.
God, what looks like
See,
Jesus?
What I'm saying is his image, right? His character. So like your name, right? When he says, I come in my Father's name, your name back in these days in Hebrew, your name was your character. This is like who you are, your the way you live your life, your personality, the way you operate. That's your name. And when people in the Bible would start acting differently, like Jacob became Israel, when his character changed, he took on a new name. God changed his name. So when you see Jesus coming, he's coming in the Father's representation. Like, this is the character of my Father, right? This is my Father's name. But he comes in his Father's image. I'm not sitting here saying God looks like a man. I have no idea what God looks like. What I'm saying is, I believe that God is essentially in the design, like the blueprint of a man. But God could be an ethereal fucking being comprised of universes in the shape of a man without fleshly skin. Like, I'm saying the design, the symmetrics. No.
So God is not. Jesus is not God. That's for sure.
Shush.
Oh, well, I'm back. Let me finish my.
Just because you're back doesn't mean you have to talk. I'm saying. Oh, you made me forget my point. Carry on.
I'm not claiming to know, but
Right,
that's my understanding of it, is that it's an image, but it doesn't mean that it's identical.
Wow. All right. So your argument earlier was that Jesus calls the Father God. Therefore,
right,
the Father is God and not Jesus. So we have in Hebrews 1 where the Father calls
that's
the
not
Son
my
God.
that's improperly framing my argument. My argument was, how can God have a God?
Okay, so is the Father God?
The Father is the Almighty.
So you're just
God.
providing innuendo. How can God have a God? Make a claim.
Almighty God, creator of all things.
So
Right.
are you claiming
That's
that when
specific.
Jesus says this, that is evidence that he is saying that the Father is Yahweh, but not himself? Are you saying that is that an argument that you're making? Are you making an argument, or are you just giving us innuendo?
Are you asking me what Jesus was saying?
He loves that
said
word.
specific words?
If by Jesus calling the Father God, is that demoting, or is that suggesting you're saying that he is not God? By calling the Father God, does that mean that Jesus is not God?
So what it means to me is that Jesus is referring to God as his God.
Okay, does that mean that Jesus therefore is not God?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So in Hebrews 1, when the Father calls Jesus God, does that mean that the Father is not God?
Do you want like Bible verses?
Is a
Is
sign
that
of a
going to make
failed
you feel
argument.
better
Don't
if I
run
tell
from
you?
it. Don't run from
what
it.
I'm saying is, if I tell you the
Inconsistency
number,
is a sign of a failed
because you
argument.
keep
Answer
bringing
the
up,
question,
you
sir.
keep listen. If you
Answer
listen to
the
me and stop,
question. Does
if you
that
stop
mean
interrupting me,
he's
I'll
done?
finish what I'm
I'll
saying.
come back when you're
If
ready
you
to
just
answer
keep
my question.
interrupting me when you don't get your way, right? Keep interrupting me when you don't get your way. You're not going to hear what I have to say. Trying to explain to you, is the Bible verse, number, and chapter important to you? I could start providing that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard for you to keep up with me, though, with you Googling all the answers and me knowing them.
Is Jesus allowed to worship himself?
So it's like this. Do you know the part in the Bible? Okay, I'm not going to give you the verse and chapter, but it says that a man is the head of the woman, and Christ is the head of man, and God is the head of Christ. Are you aware of that? That there's a separation between God and Christ and between Christ and man.
Oh, I've heard a rumor like that.
No, this is a biblical quote out of the mouth of...
That's what I said, a rumor.
I mean, you could call it a rumor, but if
All right,
Jill
let's try
believes this is the word of God, why doesn't he believe it?
Got to change the subject. Let's try again. You said that by...
No, you're literally changing the subject.
Okay, I'll be back when you're ready.
That's
to
a Bible
actually
verse
engage.
for
I'll
you.
be back when you're ready to actually
But
engage.
Jill, that's a
You're
Bible
running,
verse for
sir.
you.
You're running from me. I'll be back when you're
You're
ready.
running,
I provided
sir.
with you.
You're
I
running.
provided a counter verse that proves your verse incorrect in the way that you're interpreting it.
Jill doesn't know that. He wasn't
I didn't
listening.
run
He just
from
wants to
anything.
talk.
That is directly related to the exact point you made.
Can just rudely interrupt. It's funny when Jill says you're running from me, I'll be right back, which means that he's the one that's fucking running.
Well observed. You just go ahead and write down these. This is part of Jill's list of things he does when you're talking to him for your discussion, your debate. You know, he does shit like this.
Oh yeah, I'll have to remember that one.
I don't even know what's wrong with you.
Are we
Why,
ready to
why do you think
actually
you can debate with this monkey? This
Are we ready
fucking
to actually
primate.
engage and answer the questions that I'm asking?
Wait,
Throw some shit.
1 Corinthians
I'll talk to
11:13.
I'll talk to
But I want you to realize that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. The head of Christ is God.
To talk for you, since you
The
can't
head of
defend your
Christ
faith,
is God.
You
The
can't
head
defend
of
your
man
faith.
is Christ. The head of woman is man. There's a separation
talking
between
about
woman
now-
and man. The same way there is a
he's talking about
separation
now different
between
topics.
Christ and God.
You can't
There's a
answer
separation
who
between
Jesus
Christ and
is.
God. The same way there's a separation between
Oh,
Christ and
Christian,
man.
help my heart.
So why
Welcome to
do
the
you
barbecue.
need to combine God and Christ in order to make them one thing?
So now we saw that he admitted that Jesus calling God his father showed us was evidence that Jesus was not God or Jesus was not Yahweh. Then I pressed him on Hebrews 1, where the Father says of the Son that he is God and that his throne is forever.
So Jesus is the head of
Father
himself.
Calls, don't run
wait,
from it.
Jesus
Don't
is
run
the head
from
of
it by
himself.
trying to change the topic with the red
But
herring.
wait a minute.
No,
If Jesus is the head,
He'll be right back.
if Jesus is
All
the
right,
head of
all right,
man,
Here we go again. Here we go
and
again, Rawhide.
God is
You
the head of
cannot-
Jesus,
you
is
cannot
Jesus the
engage
head of himself?
my
And why doesn't it just say that?
He cannot. He
Why
cannot
does it
deal
sep-
with-
Why does the Bible separate
does,
God and
sir.
Jesus, but
It
you
does,
seek to
sir.
combine them?
You cannot. You cannot answer.
Please tell
the
me.
question.
Well, I don't
Hold
have to
on.
answer the question
You don't
because
have
you
to answer.
failed to realize
You don't have to.
that
I'm not
you
answering.
are the one combining God and Jesus, not the
These are
Bible.
God's chosen people, by the way.
Jesus
Wildheart.
didn't combine God
Here's
and
the
Jesus.
perfect
You did.
example of why you should only listen to Christians who are ready to give an answer. Don't listen to those people who dodge and duck and
You're
try
muted,
to
Wildheart.
throw red and change the topic.
You're muted, Wildheart.
Muted.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to say, can we just all try and speak one at a time? It's just no one can hear what anyone's saying, so it's pointless.
So that challenge will be on the table until you meet it, or at least attempt to meet it, Rant. That challenge will be there for you waiting.
Are you smoking crack? I just need to know.
He's done.
Almost there.
Are you smoking
See how
crack?
easy that was, William? See how easy that was?
Don't talk
Please
to
tell
me,
me.
man.
You see how easy that
Per
was?
view.
Please,
What
no,
did
no,
you do?
seriously. I want you to tell me the argument again.
You can
I really do.
refute any false teacher by
Please.
asking that simple question.
Please tell me what is the
Same
question you want an answer to, and once I answer
now
it
he
and
wants
you
to
refuse
ask
to
it
accept
again.
my answer,
All right, let's
see
do
where
it
this
again.
goes.
Let's
do it again
for the record.
Ask me the question. I'll answer it again, and you pretend like I didn't answer it. Let's go.
Let's do it again for the record.
Okay, let's go.
You admitted that your argument was by Jesus.
I admitted.
calling-
Apparently, I admitted my argument was.
He can't even let me finish the question.
I want to know why my argument and what I admitted is part of a question.
Gentlemen,
Anyway,
gentlemen, is this how Jesus did it?
If you're so confident, let me speak.
go ahead. Tell me what.
Shut the hell up,
Tell
then.
me what
your
question
mic. Please
involves
don't be-
what I
You
admitted.
can't control
Go ahead.
yourself. Self-control is one of the
Go
fruits of the
ahead. Go
Spirit.
ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. You admitted earlier, you claimed that by Jesus calling God or the Father God, he was thus admitting or revealing that he is not God. I then showed you in Hebrews 1 where the Father calls the Son God. So is the Father then admitting that he is not God by calling the Son God?
Where do you see this in Hebrews 1?
Hebrews
Is what I'm
8,
saying.
Hebrews chapter 1, verse 8. Go ahead and read it. Come back to me, research and return. I'll be back.
See how he just gives you homework and then walks the fuck away, and he'll never hear your argument. You see,
He's a teacher. What do I expect?
right? Don't get sucked into his hey, have a one-on-one with me, dumb stuff, man. Look, it's as productive as I don't know, fucking a brick wall. It's just
A chocolate fire
gives you
guy.
something to do.
Yeah.
I think you're actually improperly reading this to falsify your standpoint, which would be poisoning the truth.
He's
Honestly.
a Calvinist.
So let's look at this verse, right? But unto the Son he saith, thy throne, oh, God is forever and ever. He's not calling this Jesus God. He's saying God is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. He's simply telling him that you're going to rule by righteousness. What
So
does
you wanna
this
be a
have
Christian,
to do with
huh, Wildheart?
how could God call? Why doesn't he just say, I am you? I will rule by righteousness if he's God.
Okay, friend. Okay, calm down. You don't have to yell.
I'm saying, what don't you understand about the fact that they're even separated in this conversation? How are you combining them?
You understand that the person you're arguing with is Jill, and he can't ever hear anything that you say.
I'm just saying, how is he combining people that are conversing in a conversation and
He doesn't.
referencing
He doesn't
this
have to explain
conversation
it.
that's happening?
He
It's
doesn't
like,
have to
Jill,
explain it.
Is me and Wildheart the same person? And would you believe it if I told you we were one person while we sit here and talk to each other?
Okay, then he doesn't worry about the laws of identity when it comes to a supernatural being that defies all the laws of physics and everything. You see, that's why I'm trying to tell you this. This man has, when asked a straight up question about whether God exists or not exists, basically created a special existence for God. I mean, he just comes up
He
with his own
also
rules.
keeps trying to reframe what I said. My original claim was the fact that Jesus says he has a God. He says, my God. So it's not that he's calling God God, as if Jill wants to phrase it. It's that he's referring to God as his personal God. And my point was, how could God have a God which is himself? This would be self-worship, which God is against. He's against self-worship.
Whoa, calm down. Can I just say, if Rance, is this the first time you've met Jill?
This is the problem, Wildheart, when you have people like Jill out here trying to teach things that they believe is true. They make everyone else believe that the truth is a fucking lie because they're not properly representing it. And that pisses me the fuck off.
But
In reality.
Is this the first time you've met him? Have you ever spoke to him before?
No.
Right, yeah, that's the problem. You just have to get used to Jill. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He comes up with ridiculous arguments. No one takes him seriously.
He has spiritual Tourette's, and he just says stupid things and doesn't think about the implications of what he says. But he's always right because Bible. So we tease him a lot. We just let him hang out with us because equal.
The problem is he doesn't even know the Bible.
No, that's not a problem.
He's over here Googling shit, taking 2 hours to come up with an argument that I destroy in 2 seconds because it has no basis.
He teaches special ed. Okay, he would never have to do something like that.
No, he substitute teaches special ed. He's not even a problem.
He's asking the kids what they think.
I don't like
it. Teachers ask him to put his mop down and come watch the class while they run to the bathroom. He's a substitute teacher.
I have a problem with hypocrites. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then how can you be a Christian?
Well, I never actually called myself a Christian.
You didn't. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
I follow the teachings of Christ, and I believe that Christianity, the way that it exists currently, is actually the Antichrist system of idolatry, false Christ. Caesar Borgia's fucking bastard homo son that was drawn by Michelangelo is the fucking false Christ that everybody is over there having on the wall. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
the reality.
Here's the thing. I can go with you to the point where you say there's a creator or creators or God or gods. I'm with you there. But whenever we start trying to assign this God with, authorship of some writings and stuff like that, that reeks to me of men trying to pretend they have an advantage that they have a connection with. So really, every time you bring the Bible into it, it's like I'm not really.
I agree with you, but I agree with you up to a point, because here's the way I feel. I don't think the Bible is the uncorrupted truth. I do believe it contains truth, and I believe every other book that you could pick up contains some amount of truth. And so
I'm right with you.
I use parts of the Bible, and then I literally ignore other parts because I know it has been corrupted. I don't think.
So
I know.
Are you familiar with Marcion?
The Gospel of Marcion, of course.
Okay. So I
Gospel of the Lord.
can't help but see that his accusations about Yahweh of the Old Testament and the Pharisees being like I guess the synagogue of Satan in a way, but like I can kind of see where he was going with that. There's no similarity between Jesus and Yahweh. None.
And that's what I'm saying. When Jesus says, I come in my Father's name, he's saying he comes in his Father's character. He couldn't just come outright and say it because they would have killed him before he could get all the
Well, it couldn't be
message out.
Yahweh then. He didn't kill anybody.
I'm not claiming he is Yahweh.
Right. So no. What I'm saying is his father couldn't be Yahweh.
What we have in the Old Testament is a different God, obviously.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like a God that wants to just kill motherfuckers and enslave people and wants total fucking servitude and just has no a fucking
he
temper,
throws
crazy.
Right. He doesn't know everything because he's constantly throwing tantrums because he's surprised by the way man behaves.
Correct.
It's silly.
And it contradicts. You'll notice that the Old Testament message kind of contradicts the New Testament message. Now, are we to believe that a man, right, is more godly than God? No. And the fact that a man can appear more godly than God means that maybe that God wasn't God. You know what I mean? Because this guy is super benevolent.
All right, I'm with you so far. Like I'm liking what you're saying, but I got to pick your brain a little bit. So Jesus comes in the image of the true God, which is the source of all the things.
Facts.
And he's claiming to be his father.
Facts.
Now, do you find any reason to believe in an immaculate conception?
So it's like this, right? It doesn't fucking matter to me. Like that wouldn't be the thing that changed my mind. Now, is there a reason for the Immaculate Conception? Yeah, there is. So if you're made with two human parts, like half man, half woman, come together, make a you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you are wholly a human being.
What I'm going to say is, does there God DNA in Jesus? Because, and is there any of Mary's DNA in that?
So, I believe there was creations of God, which we would refer to as the sons of God, right? I also believe God created humans, like I explained earlier, prior to us being in the physical form. So, I believe Jesus already existed prior to being conceived. I also believe we existed prior to being physical.
Okay, but I'm just trying to assess whether Jesus qualifies under the term demigod.
In his religion, yes.
I would consider Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he explains he is son of man, right? And he also explains he is son of God.
What does that son of man mean?
He's talking to me, Jill.
What we see is that Adam was a man, right? Adam was a man, but not a demigod. But Adam was not created by another man. You see?
No, I just need to know if Mary's DNA and some sort of holy spiritual DNA.
I'm trying to explain it. It's a little complicated though. So Adam, right, is created by God, right? Adam is not created by a man. So when Adam is referred to as a son of God. The fallen angels are also considered sons of God. They're not the same as Adam. So there's like a lack of distinction between different sons of God. And this is where it gets a little hairy. Jesus is a son of God, right? I believe he existed like the fallen angels existed, but I don't believe he ever fell physically. Okay? I don't believe he fell to earth, right, in order to be physical. I believe the fallen angels wanted to be physical. They lusted after the daughters of men and fell physically.
So
This is a whole nother story,
angel.
though.
Why didn't you just say angel when I gave you the 4 choices? Why did you stall and aid and what are you afraid of?
Because you got to understand that.
Oh, I got to understand. I already understand.
Paganism is the worship of
You've
angels.
understood it since the 1st century. So have you had a chance
Islam is the worship of angels. Judaism is the worship of angels. I don't want to associate Jesus with being an angel.
But he is an angel, technically.
Well, that's your assumption.
Okay.
I don't claim
have
to
you read
know
Hebrews 8? Have you read Hebrews 1:8 yet? But
I read Hebrews 1:8, and you're improperly framing it.
Okay, let me read it for everybody.
Yeah,
but
read
of
it.
the Son, speaking of the Son, the Father says this: "Your throne, O God, is forever and ever." So he is calling
You
the
did
Son.
that very well, Jill. I'm so proud of you.
So he is calling the Son God, and he's saying that the Son
Read the whole verse from the KJV.
forever.
Look, give him a chance to catch his breath.
Read the whole verse from the King James Version.
The scepter of uprightness is the scepter of your kingdom. That's the entire verse. That's verse 8.
Now he's breaking a sweat.
So here the
read it again. Read it
calls
again,
the
Jill,
Son
from
God.
the beginning. Read
True?
it again from the beginning.
Does the Father here call the Son God?
There's commas in there.
He can't read it. He can't read it
but
twice.
Of the Son,
Jill, there's
he
commas.
says,
Jill,
but
you're
of
not
the
reading
Son,
it with the comma pauses.
but
You're
of the Son.
combining.
Look, I don't have time to play games, man.
You are the one playing games. If you don't
But
have time,
of
then
the
stop playing
Son-
games, Jill. Read the
but of
fucking
the
verse
Son,
again.
I'll read it again for you because maybe you don't
Brotherhood.
It's not a brother. But of the Son, he says,
You're a
"Your
brother."
throne, O God, is forever and ever. The scepter of uprightness is the scepter of your kingdom."
Oh God,
the entire verse.
Oh God, your throne is forever and ever. Right?
Oh God, make them stop.
So wait, God is calling someone else God. Is that what you're saying?
God. Does the Father call the Son God in this verse?
Wait,
Christians
you're
are so
saying that God
aggravating.
is calling
Yes or
someone
no
else
question.
God?
Does the Father call the Son God in
Wait,
this
God has a God?
Does the Father call the Son God in this verse?
I don't believe so.
But of the Son, he says, "Your throne,
Right.
O God, is forever and ever."
Right.
Is the Father saying that the Son?
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Is forever.
Is what I'm saying. Like I don't believe
That's
what
called
you're saying is
denialism,
what.
ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
He's trying to run off his audience.
Denialism.
No, it's not.
Okay, so tell us what the writer of Hebrews is saying here. Of the Son, the Father says, "Your throne, God, is forever," but yet He's not calling the Son God.
Jill, you're a silly cooter.
Ah, God.
Well, I
Why
mean,
don't you
yo,
just give up, man?
I'm just saying, yo,
Give up.
why would God call anything else God
Don't
if
ask
God
me
is
why.
God?
Don't ask me why God is doing it. Don't ask me why the Son calls the Father God.
Don't ask him why.
We're just reading scripture and we're trying to ascertain what's going on in the text. You admitted that the Son called the Father God. I agreed. You thought I wouldn't disagree with that, but that's part of the doctrine of the Trinity. And now
When did I say this? Though you're literally saying I said this, and then you're saying that I didn't
warned
say
you.
it.
Okay,
we warned you.
What do you like? I don't even understand what you're doing.
Let's go back. Let's rewind. Let's rewind because you might have forgotten.
Yeah, we need to rewind. You told me. You just told me
does
that
the
I
Son
told
call
you
the Father
God
God?
called the Son God, and
Does
I'm
the
sitting here
Son-
telling you that that's not what I'm saying.
Does the Son?
What are you talking about, sir?
You guys are acting like dill holes.
Does the Son call the Father God? Yes or no?
Dill holes.
I don't believe so.
The Son never calls the Father God. He doesn't say he has a God.
I don't believe so.
Okay, so the Son, Jesus Christ, never calls the Father God.
No, because we got to go to Psalm. We got to go to Psalm 45, 4:6.
Who is the Son?
And what you're not understanding, okay, this is the problem, All right. You don't do your research. You just read something and you
Right,
think
right.
that's what it is. You don't read deep into these things.
So I'm glad
Listen,
you're switching up your
listen, man.
I'm glad
Pull
you're
up
changing your
Psalms.
argument now. Everybody
Listen, listen. This isn't a change of my argument.
Yes,
Pull
it
up
is.
Psalms
Yes, it is, because
45.
earlier you
Listen,
said
motherfucker.
that
I'm
the
speaking.
Son
I'm not going
calls
to
the
sit here and let
Father
you talk
God.
over me. Listen.
Now you're running from
Shut the fuck up. Listen to what I'm saying.
running
Psalms
the
45, verse 4 through 6 is the verse that the apostle was quoting and improperly quoted, where David was referring to
We know
God.
he was quoting the Old Testament, genius.
Yeah, this is a
We know that
misquoting of
already.
the Old Testament
We
where
know-
David
thanks
is
for the
talking
irrelevant
about God,
factoid.
and now they're
Thanks for the
attributing this to
irrelevant factoid.
God. So
Thanks
this
for
is
the-
actually a misquote, my dude.
Thanks for the irrelevant factoid. We
No,
already
no,
know that
pull
they're
up
quoting the
Psalms
Old
45, 4, 6 and
We
read
already
that
know
verse
they're
to
quoting
us.
the Old Testament. We know that.
So Hebrew 1:8 is in the New Testament, correct? Hold on. Hebrew 1:8 is in the New Testament, correct?
Magic book.
It's in the New Testament. So let's pull up Psalms 45, verse 4 through 6, and let's read that verse and see if there's any correlation.
Come on, Magic 8 Ball.
Go ahead.
You can read it. Go ahead. You can read it.
I'm just saying the writer of Hebrews
You're-
borrowed from
you're
David.
done.
And they
You're
attributed the
done.
words
You're
of David to
We
God
know
the
that the Old
Father.
Testament comes
Rant.
from the New Testament.
I'll bring it out for you. I'll bring it
We
out
know
for you
that
since
already.
you don't want to prove the
Psalms
truth.
104.
Okay,
We know
You
Rant.
only want to
Rant.
support your
Just-
false,
We already
poisoned
know
lies.
this already. I'm
Okay,
asking you
Rant.
a question you can't
What?
answer. You're trying to deflect.
Okay, ignore him for a
You
second.
already
Listen,
know that.
you have to understand what he is. He's charging up off of all the anger and shit that you give him.
Check
all right,
this
so
out.
don't let him get you out of your
No,
box
listen.
like that.
I'm exposing
you're
a
not gonna
hypocrite
answer
right
the
now.
Hebrews?
We all know
I'm
him.
gonna-
You're not showing us anything
I'll be
new.
back
We
I'm
warned
going to
you.
expose his hypocrisy.
I'll be
To
back.
I don't
who?
want
Nobody
anybody.
watches Wild Heart.
I'm just saying, I don't want anybody to see this and think this man has any knowledge.
No, no
If
one
we
ever
go to
assumes
Psalm-
that.
If we go to
No.
Psalms 45, verse 4 through 6, I want to read this without being interrupted if you respect the Bible, Jill. And in the majesty ride prosperously because of truth and meekness and righteousness. And thy right hand shall teach thee terrible things. Thine arrows are sharp in the heart of the king's enemies, whereby the people fall under thee. Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. Thy scepter of thy kingdom is a right scepter.
Your grape
That
jelly
is a
the
quote
sweetest.
from David. Are you saying God quoted David to Jesus? Is this what you're claiming? Because you're improperly framing verses of the Bible to support a stance that is not in the truth, to deceive people. Technically, Jill, you work for the devil. Technically. Get behind me, Jill. You
All
feel
right,
me?
look, come on. I'm by far more evil than. No, I'm not. Never mind.
I think Jill has gone away for a second. He said he'll be right back. But
Yeah, he's gonna have to go Google how the fuck that he just got fucking outsmarted on what he thought was solid fucking evidence. And the reality is he didn't know that it was a quote from Psalms because he doesn't know the Bible. He's just fucking Googling shit and trying to pull it out of his ass. The reality is when you do this, this is what Jesus said not to do. He said, do not be prepared when you argue. He said, don't prepare it. That's what the Pharisees do, Jill. That's what Jesus said. Have you read your Bible? This is my problem. I don't like hypocrites. He wants to sit there and say the Bible is the word of God. Why are you not following the word of God, Jill? To its word. Because I tried. I really did. I did that as a man. I tried to follow it word for word, Jill. You didn't. And I know you didn't because you don't fucking know it. You can't follow something you don't know. Google is not going to get you there, okay? Google will not get you to the truth. It's going to deceive you and turn you into a fucking Goyim, fucking Zionist Christian slave. That's what's going to happen.
And I think it proves that is what Jill is doing. He left, he said he'd be right back, and then he's still in the side chat, and he's posted these two messages. And so, yeah,
He said
basically,
citing the Old Testament is a red herring. He's quoting an apostle who's citing the Old Testament. Jill, are you thinking? Are the wheels turning in the mind? Or are you just saying shit to try to be an intellectual? Or are you just saying shit to try to measure your Christian dick against mine?
Jill
Promise
is
you lost.
Jill is about as far from an intellectual as you could ever.
I just don't understand why people fucking do this shit.
Yeah, but don't let him get you annoyed.
Bro, I came up here to fucking help this dude against these people who I thought were abusing him, right? For for not being able to prove God. And lo and behold, I was wrong. I was very wrong.
Yeah, welcome, Jill. That's just what happens.
Just the way it is. Some things will never change.
That's just the way it is.
Bruce Hornsby in the range.
Like, yo, I don't get mad at a Satanist the way I get mad at someone who's trying to literally poison the truth. Like, if you're going to just preach deception, that's like, you know what I mean? You're an asshole. But when you try to poison the actual truth, now you're really fucked up. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Right, I've got a kind of dilemma because I have to go out in a couple of minutes for about 20, 30 minutes. I don't know whether to keep the stream going or end it. PJ, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, but I actually have to split myself too. I gotta do a couple of things. Someone's
Right,
flying over
yeah.
here in the morning. Yeah. Been a while.
Unfortunately, we'll have to end it there then. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for joining. It's been a good show. I've enjoyed it, but yeah, this is where it has to end.
Hebrews was also written by Paul, who never actually walked with Christ.
Paul.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he just saw a vision of him. Yeah, but thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Rand, thanks PJ, thanks Jill. Yeah, see you later.
Right on. Cheers. Catch you later.
Thanks, everyone.
Later, guys.